paints an entire Eldar army in 3 days. We're teaming up with the army painter to use their brand new speed paint to showcase 3,000 points of Craftworld Eldar. This is going to be one of the hardest paint challenges I've ever attempted. There's going to be blood, sweat, and tears, but at the end of it, hopefully there's going to be an Eldar army. Join us live on our YouTube channel from Friday to Sunday as I complete this monumental task. Hello everyone, welcome to another Art of War paint stream. I'm John Lennon, here painting 3,000 points of the new Craftworld Eldar. Thank you so much to everyone who has gotten up early to join me. Hope you are all doing well. I am here, I am excited, I am already painting. This is it, people, this is the final home stretch. How's everyone doing today? Welcome. It is a lovely Sunday. I'm currently painting some white onto some jet bikes. I airbrushed the green on them, but unfortunately when you airbrush green, a little bit of it gets all over. So I am going back and just correcting some spots before I go back and paint the white on like the rider and then like the fuselage. So I'm going to correct that first. Alrighty. Working our way down. Oof. Not gonna lie, folks, there is a lot of Eldar to paint, and I've painted a lot of Eldar, and a lot of it's like almost done, and I need to finishing touch it, but it is going to be a full day to try to complete everything today. It is not going to be easy. But I think it's still in reach. It's gonna be hard, but I think it's still possible. Just to try to get a whole army done today. Welcome everyone, welcome. Everyone hear me all right? We got the people in chat. Let's see. Yeah. Right now, just painting jet bikes. Ooh. John Chaves is asking top 10 relic pistols when? John Chaves, you know the answer, but you know what? I still love that you ask every single time. And that, of course, is going to be April 1st. April 1st is when we're going to get that long-awaited video of the top 10 relic pistols in the game, and I promise we will take it extremely seriously. Hello, are you heading out? Yeah. Bye. I love you.
I love you.
Alright. Well, paint party time. I think Nick is going to be joining me at some point this morning. He said that he would, but he also said he would yesterday, and he was not really to be found. Nick's a little bit of an absent parent on that one. Hello, Leonard. After the bottom 10 relic pistols, Spence, I mean, frankly, what we may just do is we may go find every single relic pistol in the game and give them a definitive ranking. You know, that would be the really thorough answer, you know. John Chav has been waiting. Do you want the top 10 relic pistols, John? Or you want every relic pistol? Because, like, we got options here. We got time to sort this out. You know, we're going to be building up to this stream. We're going to be planning it. Try to do it justice. Alright. This is bikes that I'm painting. It's 3 Wind Riders and 6 of the new bikes that have a name. Cloud Runners. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of them. They're either not Cloud Runners. I think they're like Shroud Runners. They're the Ranger bikes. They are really cool models. But I just cannot remember their names literally ever. Jack knows them. Like we talk about them and I'm like, yeah, the Ranger bikes. He's like, oh, the bippity boppity Cloud Runners? I'm like, yeah, Ranger bikes. I don't know. Other names like always blend together for me. It's like you got Star Weavers, Sky Weavers, Void Weavers, Shadow Weavers. And I'm like, dude, get these guys like some needles. Leonard asks, what's my take on the new Eldar codex? I think it's going to be really good. I feel like Harlequins are going to be extremely competitive. But they look kind of hard to play. But we haven't put them on the table yet, so I can't say that for sure. They may end up being easier or harder than I think, or not as good as I think. You know, it's always with like hot takes. They're always hot because they're fresh, not because we've taken a while to let it cool down and see what happened. But I think that the Eldar Codex looks pretty flavorful. It looks fun. Like, I don't know. If I was an Eldar player, I would be happy with this. And of course, there is every chance that I may end up an Eldar player. And if so, I will let you know if I'm happy about it. While waiting on that beloved Tyranny Codex. Yeah, I'm of the opinion that the Eldar Codex is going to be powerful. I don't think it's going to be as good, maybe, as Town Custodes. But I could see Harlequins really being a good competitive army. Like, I really honestly could. Oh man, we've got the questions. John Chase says, I would love the full rankings, just not sure if Adam could survive it. John, you know for a fact that we're going to have Adam on for that ranking system, 100%. Just not even a doubt. Adam deserves it. He's gonna be ready for it. Animo asks, is the Webway as broken as everyone is saying? It feels like the Webway gate is really, really good. It does seem a little crazy that you can deploy it in the literal center of the battlefield. But here's the thing that I noticed, is that the Webway gate has to be 12 inches away from the enemy deployment zone or models, which means that if the opponent wins the roll-off and you deploy like a unit of infiltrators forward, then they have to be 12 inches away from that, and it can really hamper where the Webway gate goes. So I would not be at all surprised if that is something that someone were to attempt. I would do that. It's something I would do if the Webway gate like becomes a problem. Also, if the Webway gate becomes a problem, I am 100% taking like unit of infiltrators and just like shoving them forward so that my opponent doesn't actually get to use the darn Webway gate. Because the thing about the Webway gate is it's really annoying. It really, really is. And I would love to have a unit of infiltrators just being like, no, you have to go somewhere else now. I think that would be pretty fun to do that too with some other players. All right, just keep painting, And I'm just gonna paint the gun on the bottom of this thing. I guess the casing will be white. Let's see here. Biltan has like a weird mix of like white weapons on their tanks and then like black on like their infantry. So I think the bikes I'll do it in white. I think that'll look good. Scatter laser. Crazy to me that like the Shroud Runner thing just is like a 3-wound bike with a scatter laser. Like a normal bike with a scatter laser is I think 25, and then the Ranger bike is with a scatter laser is like 35 points. And for that you get like camo cloaks, a scout move, an extra wound, a sniper rifle, ballistic skill 2, the ability to get cover in like area terrain. Like, I don't know. I mean, they're not free, but it seems like you get a decent amount for 10 points a model. So and they've got some cool strats too. I think like they can be like -2 to charge for 1 CP, and then they've got like the Gloom Prism keyword, or like the Targeting Crystal keyword that lets you like buff your indirect. So I could really see the bikes being good, honestly. So we're painting them, also because they are fancy new models, and you know what? Whenever you get fancy new models, it's always good to do. I'm painting off camera again, Animo. You know what? It is a bad habit that I'm gonna have to break. Let me adjust my chair, step forward a little bit. I do this. See, I paint like this. So like I bet you could see me painting on like you can see me painting right here, but definitely not painting on the overhead, and that is where we want to paint. So let's fix that. And perhaps one day Nick Nanavati will join me. I don't know. He likes to give me false hope. That's the thing with Nick. Nick loves to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come be on the paint stream with you, and I'm like, oh awesome, absolutely cannot wait. And then he doesn't do it. So we'll see. I gotta see it to believe it with Nick. Alrighty. Painting on the overhead. Yeah. So right now I'm just doing a quick white coat on the bike and all the spots that are gonna get hit with speed paint, because I probably should have like partially assembled the bike instead of fully assembled it. Like I kind of got excited because it's like, you know, it's a new model. It's like, oh, let's build it. I think it would have been really fast if I had just like left the fins off, painted them green, and then gone back and like painted the body and then like just glued everything on afterwards. But I did definitely did not do that. Not even a little bit. Alrighty. Do you think that IG tank should have some ability to ignore being caught up in combat by infantry in order to shoot? Face Day Dreamer, you know, actually, I think that turret weapons on Luminous battle tanks, not sponsons, not the whole weapons, I think turret weapons should be able to fire even if they're in combat and target things that they're in, and only target things that they're not in combat with. So like, it doesn't make sense to me that like a Punisher, a Luminous Punisher is going to be able to shoot the grots that it's literally in combat with. Like, no way are those Gretchen just like, oh yeah, let me just jump in front of the barrels of this gun that's like, you know, 9 feet above the ground. Like I'm good down here. I'm like 3 feet tall. So, and it does not transverse that low. So yes, I think that would be a wonderful thing for guard to have. Is just the turret weapon can shoot if the tank's in combat. I don't know, that would like, I think that's fine. You know, there are like 4 crew members in this. And so like I imagine like when there's like a bunch of like orcs like tapping on the hull, the commander's like, psh, sponson gunners, take care of this problem. You know, and then he like gets up in the cupola, grabs his power sword to hit him, but he's like, you know, like, gunner, keep blowing up that gargant. Like I could see it. I really could. Thad says, I have an RTT on March 12th. Should I expect the new codex to be in for that? So the new codex is on pre-order, which is why we were talking so freely about the rules now, because they are known, they're in the wild. So that means it's releasing next week, which I want to say is like March 5th. I think March 5th is when the Craftworld Eldar codex is on sale. So, you know, ask your local tournament, but it'll be out for a week, so I wouldn't be shocked if on March 12th, if I were playing a game, I would expect it to be against new Craftworlds and not old ones. I don't think it makes sense. You know, it's, for an RTT, at least usually like a week-long cutoff lists due day of the event. I feel like that's a pretty common thing to do. But, you know, it's always going to depend on the event, the organizer, so feel free to ask. I would say, though, the book is going to be for sale in a local game store on March 5th, so I would not be surprised in the least. All right. Real quick here. Lots to paint, but it's a lot of like touch-up and detail work now. I've done a lot of the base coating, and I'm very excited about that. I have to wash a lot of models too, but the wash is going fast at least. It's alright, everything's fast when I'm using the new Army Painter Speed Paints. In case you weren't here the last 2 days, in case you did not hear me mention it, we are using it, the new Army Painter Speed Paints for this project. Let's see, a few more things I'm hoping for in the Guard Codex. Sentinel and Chimera Commanders, ability to take more than one infantry squad per orc slot, like rough squadrons, and more regiment elite characters. Yeah, I really would love to have a lot more options in the Guard book. Just a lot more flavor. Like the Guard Codex, it's not particularly powerful, but I think the big sinker for me is that it's not particularly interesting right now. Like the rule space of like what is their best stuff, it's a little bit boring. Like if you're not a diehard Guard player, it's not nearly as like interesting, like mechanic wise, as like other, you know, like 9th edition armies like Sisters or Eldar or even Tyranids. So I like Guard. I'm happy to play them, but right now it's like if they're not good or particularly fun to play, it's just really hard to justify trying to make them work right now. And that's what kills me, because like I think Guard I think almost every bad army is better than the internet thinks, and that's why I'm playing Sisters of the Streamhouse RTT. You know, I really think that they are better than people think, but you just got to work. You got to make that book more interesting, because I'm just not really willing to like try to solve the Guard Codex when it's not going to be particularly fun to try, and I'm working uphill. Like Sisters, I'm willing to try because, you know, golly, that book is really fun to play with. Like honestly, even though again I don't think Sisters are like amazing right now, they're better than people think. Favorite speed paint colors so far? Dun dun dun. Thad. Okay, so favorite ones so far have been all of the brighter colors. The darker speed paints are fine. I like them. But the bright ones have been really, really good. So favorite one so far, I really like, I haven't actually used it like at all, but Magic Blue is a really nice color. It just wasn't the scheme that I was looking for here, unfortunately, but I do think it's a really nice color. Magic blue, awesome. Orc skin, real good. You know what? Like me some orc skin. Very, very happy with orc skin and how it looks. And then the reds, both of them, which is, I think, Blood Red and Slaughter Red, really like both of those as well. Some of like the brighter effects, like, whatever it's called, Plasmatic Bolt. Plasmatic Bolt is a really nice color. It's been ruined for me, unfortunately, by the fact that it's like the same color teal that Nick used on his Sons of Colgate, which I like, literally my least favorite army I've ever seen. But I like it as like a power glowy effect when it's not on in a Space Marine's entire armor. That I like a lot more. Stupid Sons of Colgate. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. People asking me if I've been playtesting Sisters. Unfortunately, I've not gotten. I actually haven't played a game of Warhammer in about 2 weeks, which is weird. Like, I was on vacation and then I haven't played a game this week. And my next game might be the one on Friday, honestly. So we're gonna see if I'm rusty after like what at that point will be over 3 weeks of not playing a game of Warhammer, which is just a little bit weird. But we're gonna work with it. It's alright. I'm gonna be back on the saddle pretty quick. Honestly, I'm still very, very excited about Warhammer. Just took a little vacation, took a little break, and then Richard and Nick were like, "We want to play all the games," which is ridiculous. I'm taking all my practice time. Contrary to popular belief, we are not just constantly playing games at Art of War. Like, a lot of my clients actually just play more Warhammer than I do, but try to make the games that I play count. Just try to make sure that they're all good learning experiences, interesting matchups, etc. All right, I think that's good there. Just gotta get the gun. Leonard, how much do you have left to paint? Are you on target? Leonard, I'm cutting it pretty close. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am cutting it pretty close, trying to get this whole Eldar army done in time. There's a lot left. I'm gonna say right now, I don't think the army is gonna be based. Unfortunately, we've been waiting on a package to arrive with all of our basing material, and it did not arrive yesterday. So that's awkward. We ordered it a while ago, but you know, shipping delays, you know, there's a lot of problems right now industrially with just getting things around the United States. So it's taken longer than we wanted, and our package got held up like twice. And so the basing material's not here yet. Really not expecting it to arrive midstream. We thought we were gonna have it like on like Wednesday, and we were like, oh yeah, that's totally fine. If we get it Wednesday, you know, we'll use it on Thursday or whatever. But woof, hasn't arrived yet, so I think the basing is not gonna happen. I'm gonna see if I can get everything else done though, so that when that basing material arrives, we can just real quick base the entire army, and we can work from there. What's up, Ethan, in the chat? What am I feeling at the moment? Any spicy armies on the menu? You know, there's a lot of spicy armies right now. Like, armies that, like, kind of are on my mind. Like, things that I kind of want to play right now. So, Bloody Rose Sisters. Love Bloody Rose Sisters. Really, really excited for them, even with their new supplement and, like, all the nerfs that they got. I still feel like they're a super interesting army and fun to play. And I think that if, you know, as kind of nerfs come down on other top armies, I feel like Sisters might be able to, like, sneak their way back up to a very respectable place in power rankings. Shadowkeeper Custodes, obviously that's not, like, that spicy. Custodes are really good right now. If you've been paying attention to the meta recently, Custodes have been crushing it. But I'm on the Shadowkeepers train well and fully. I'm not on Emperor's Chosen, I'm on Shadowkeepers. I think that they are really, really good. You know, I started on Emperor's Chosen with Jack. I went to Shadowkeepers, and I've been trying to drag Jack to Shadowkeepers with me, and he's like, but what about Thousand Suns and Mortal Wounds? And I'm like, I don't care about those armies. I'll just beat him anyways. We'll see what happens. But Shadowkeepers is an army that I would definitely play if I were going to a tournament right now. Like, if I were at Cherokee Open this weekend, I would be playing a Shadowkeepers Custodes army. Guaranteed. Next up, Eldar. I'm painting Eldar right now. Harlequins, I'm actually really excited for. Like, rules-wise, Harlequins look like they play the way that I want to play. And so it's very likely that I do some stream games or some test games or some whatever games with Harlequins just to really get a feel for the army. Because it looks very fun to me. All right, what else we got? Which codex had the biggest glow up for 9th versus their 8th edition version? That is a good question. What 9th edition codex have we had? I feel like biggest glow up has to be Custodes. But like, even then, like, Custodes weren't in a bad spot at all. So maybe not Custodes. The Craftworld codex was really showing its age, so it may be that one. I'm actually gonna say Tau. Tau looks like they got the full package of almost everything is viable. There's multiple septs. Whereas before, Tau had competitive builds, but they were usually very limited. It was like you really need to do only one sept was ever viable at a time, and there was no other way to play it. There was never like multiple playstyles that were good. And Tau looks like they got everything that you would ask for. Like if I'm getting a new book, like I've got a Tyranny Codex coming up, and people are like, hey John, what do you want from the Tyranny Codex? I'm like, okay, I would like Monster Mash to be good, not broken, not like Crusher, but I'd like it to be good, and I would like for Hordes to be good. I would like for some of the models and data sheets that haven't been used in a while, I'd like for them to be viable, and I'd like multiple hive fleets to be like good. I don't want it to just be like, oh, you have to play Leviathan or you have to play Kraken. We've never had a point where there wasn't an obvious best faction, in my opinion, for Tyranids. Like, since the book came out, there has been an obvious best faction. It was Kraken the entire time, and you would outline Kronos, and then the Leviathan supplement came out and is Leviathan, and that's literally it. Those were the choices. So I would just really like to get exactly what Tau Codex got. I also like to make jokes. I really want whoever wrote the nerfs for Drukhari to write the buffs for the Sisters book, because I want the kind of buffs that Drukhari got when they got nerfed. Where are we now? Always a fun time teching your army to kill elves. You know what, Thad? I do enjoy killing elves. That's the other fun part. So, Sisters Battle, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shove flamers and heavy flamers and hand flamers and chain swords and fight on death and mortal wounds. I'm going to make sure that my Sisters of Battle can kill some elves. That is what I am most excited for. Murdering elves. Alrighty. Here we go. Jet bikes. This is one of the slower parts, but we are getting through it, people. We are getting there. And I'm excited to be done with it. Oop. Hear footsteps. Nick Nanavati, is it time to party?
Of course it's time to party.
You come and hang out with me?
And Hobby, even.
Nick.
John.
Nick.
John.
You're gonna hang out in Hobby with me?
I'm gonna hang out in Hobby.
All right, Nick Nanavati is here. Welcome, Nick.
Where do I find these rock grinder truck things?
They're in the model closet.
The closet.
Yep.
I shall return, chat.
All right, Nick is here. This is dangerous. Nick is gonna be building some of my models, which, if you've ever seen me recoil in fear, you're about to see it again. But I'm hopeful. Knight is making some orbital strike jokes. Indeed, it's a crazy world out there. Oy, it's a scary world out there. But I'm gonna keep painting Eldar, who have an Eldritch Storm brewing. See what I did there? That's their orbital bombardment strat. Eldritch Storm is really good, by the way. It's like the Eldar version of the orbital bombardment stratagem that like every codex gets for no reason at all, and it is like by far the best one. I'm like, man, that is. Like, if you've got a Farseer on the table, it's like, this is actually a really good stratagem. I don't know, I feel like Eldritch Storm is going to be real annoying for a lot of people. Just, like, dump a bucket of mortal wounds on a whole bunch of people. Alright, need some mortal wound ignoring and some healing against that kind of stuff. Yeah, Thad taking to kill elves, as you should. Alright, I'm a little nervous about Nick building my models. The last time I asked Nick to build my models, he built some easy-to-build aggressors. And he put the arms on all the wrong models so that the wires didn't line up. And he was like, yeah, well, the wires didn't line up, so I just glued them on. And I'm like, Nick, did you follow the instructions? He's like, no, I just put the arms on. I'm like, oh. It hurt, chat. It really is painful. So I don't let Nick build my models often, but he really wanted to use them on his list for the Streamhouse RTT. And Yeah, that's gonna happen.
All
right, so
space.
indeed. Can you put the green box and could you put like the green box on top of the army painter trace?
See that catch?
I did. Thank you. Dropped a banshee, caught a banshee.
Ninja warrior status.
Daniel, don't. Yeah, there we go. I'm always bad at this. Always like start to like paint on stream and then I move it. Nick. Oh, Nick. Can you get the? I need to grab the one bike off first. This guy's getting painted. Okay, thanks.
John. Painting bikes.
Painting bikes.
You know what I'm doing?
Building rock grinders.
Building rock grinders. You know why I'm building rock grinders? Because they're awesome.
It's for the Streamhouse RTT.
Streamhouse RTT 2022.
Bum, 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 bum. Have we only done one a year? Did we do one in 2021?
We've done one per year.
One per year.
Pretty consistently.
Okay.
It's an annual event that has grown in size every time.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to find the third rock drill. I think I know where it is, but one of the Goliath trucks that I have in there is magnetized to be a rock grinder. So
that's excellent. And then we don't want to get creative.
Yeah, that's why I only bought two, because I knew I had a third.
Excellent. Oh, this looks like a lot.
It is.
You knew that.
Yeah, I've built them.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Don't like that.
You can always ask Werner to change your list.
No.
No?
We're doing this for the stream.
Doing it for the stream?
Showing off the rock grinders.
Heck yeah.
They're awesome. Awesome possum. Do we have glue anywhere?
Glue? There's one right here.
Does this one work?
Yeah.
Okay. You always gotta check with glue. You know, you're always gluing them shut.
Yeah. So when you get to building this part here, like this gun option, check in with me because I'm gonna tell you what not to glue so that I can magnetize it later.
I'm checking with you so many times before we get there.
Perfect.
That's got to be like step 7. Like,
it's
definitely
Nick.
Not step 1.
It's definitely not step 7.
How many steps are there in this thing?
It's a lot of steps.
9. The guy's step 9.
The guy's step 9? That's not even that bad. Maybe it is step 7.
Well,
if
you
accurately called step 7, I'm gonna be impressed.
I mean, I might have. I know how GW does their stuff.
Let's check step 7.
I've been playing this game quite a few minutes.
Didn't realize you built that many models.
Step
6.
Step 6 was the gun.
No, it might even be step 5.
No, step 6. 6B.
6B, okay.
GW, they'll have 75 sub-steps, but only 9 steps to build a Goliath rock grinder.
Yeah, like step 2A through 2Z. And then it's like now it's on to step 3 and you've like put like 29 pieces together and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah. Good job, G-dubs.
Always proud of them. Ooh, Zanstead is asking me, John, what do you think with IG currently against town custodians? Would it be better to be running transports for the guardsmen over running 80 plus infantry? Yeah, I think having a couple of chimeras is actually really useful. I like my heavy flamer chimeras a lot. But I'd probably just do like one heavy flamer, one multi-laser, and just trundle around trying to keep dudes alive. I actually really like Imperial Guard plasma spam. Again, okay. I always like it.
You always like it.
I always like it, but like
and the
manticores. But like I don't know, that's like super cheap, like it's super easy to like split fire. So I'm thinking like against custodians, just drowning them in plasma units if they get anywhere close to you might actually be kind of fun.
That's a lovely solution to custodians.
Yeah, be like don't need rerolls, like wound on 4s anyway. Like yeah, okay.
Yeah.
like let's go. There's a lot of it.
It's like, tough. I'm cheap.
Yeah. And besides, like when they counterattack to like kill plasma squads because they can't leave them around, it's like a 40-point unit. Are you gonna trim off the?
I consider this trimmed.
Oh no.
I mean, oh yes.
We have exacta knives, I think.
Well, for what though? This is flat.
I don't know. I was just checking because you hadn't done any like it'll assemble better. These ones aren't actually that bad. Let me just take a look. Like that stuff.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. It will probably be a lot easier for you if you had an exacto.
Do we have one?
We have 2. If they're not here, they're on the dining room table.
Why would they be on the dining room table? That's where we dine.
Is it?
Is it for dining?
Is it where we dine? Actually, I bet it's underneath the instructions, honestly. No. All right, let's see. Maybe perhaps the dining room table. Sending Nick on a wild goose chase already. Was this the... There's one more bike. One more bike. Did you find one, Nick?
I found one and I found a Siegs.
Heck, a Siegler?
A Siegs.
God, I didn't know he was home.
Where else would it be?
Good point. Good point, Nick. Deciding to paint that my Tau army or Craftworld army now with me. Which do you think will be more competitive the next months? Ooh, that is really tough because I think that they are both going to be extremely competitive. Tau obviously is very competitive right now. As a matter of fact, at the Cherokee Open, the top 8 is being played today, and there are 3 Tau armies in that top 8, and they are not even the most represented faction in the top 8. Isn't that heartwarming?
It is warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not heartwarming. It's warm.
Yeah. There's 4 Custodies in that top 8. Imagine being the one Tyranid player and just like,
Dude, I'd be like the hero's people.
Yeah, Crusher Stampede is now like the people's champion. What a world.
If I was there, I'd be top 8 with GSC.
You know, maybe I'd be top 8 with Bloody Rose Sisters. Maybe not though.
You never
It's
know.
gonna be tough. Custodies can be difficult.
Can they?
You don't have a lot of games into Custodies, do you?
I have played Custodies once versus Quentin and once versus Jack.
Gotcha. See, like, I know people that played more games against Custodies yesterday than that.
Yeah.
Like, people are just going to events and being like 3 games in a row Custodies. It's a dangerous world out
there. This is a terrible thing.
Also, John, why not listed as a coach for requesting help with lists anymore? Zan said, I've actually been taking a lot of time to work on like the behind the scenes administrative stuff for the Art of War. So my time unfortunately kind of ran out. So I took myself off of the lower level coaching things. But if you want a little bit of the John love, you can always find it in the War Room. I always tell people that we answer all the questions posted on our Discord in our War Room clinics. So if you ever like want help on like the armies that I play, you know, we pretty often do like Marine clinics, Sisters clinics, Custodies clinics, guaranteed Hive Mind clinics. Always happy to help with that. But if there's an army that you're working on, you want a coach recommendation, let me know. I can always tell you which of our coaches is best for helping out with a specific project. Thad, I am absolutely waiting on the new Tyranny Codex. I am super hyped for that. I'm thinking there's a little bit of clownery?
Clownery?
A panopoly, perhaps.
A panopoly?
In my future. But as soon as I get that NID Codex, I'm all aboard with the bug train.
Yeah, I'm playing the Harlequins, alright? We play the whole army in 3 days, we're gonna play with that army.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll just play them at all the events that you don't play at.
You're gonna run Harlequins at all the GW events.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
You heard it here first, folks.
Exactly.
John's gonna play Harlequins this season.
Mm-hmm. What are some must-haves for an Alpha Legion army? Nick, this is actually a pretty good question for you since you're a chaos expert.
Yes.
I always think with like Alpha Legion that they're really good at having something like Obliterators to protect with their stratagems. Mm-hmm. Possessed, because they've got all this scout move trickery with Alpha Legion. I feel like those are some of the better units for Alpha Legion, perhaps.
Yeah, so Obliterators I'd hate for a variety of reasons. I don't think they do much. They're unreliable. And then I also don't think I don't think you can afford to spend your entire game strategy being like, I'm going to protect the Obliterators and shoot the Obliterators a bunch of times. It's just not going to be enough to win a game. So, because the game's all about mission points and stuff these days.
I mean, I thought didn't you win a game with Obliterators?
I mean, I've won a game with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so it's enough to win.
No, you're trolling people out here.
No, just you.
Oh. The Alpha Legion, I do think you want to make use of that scout move. I think like Warp Talon's a lot actually these days. Possessor's still great, especially if you're taking demons with it. Yeah, I think that's where you want to go.
Take some fast combat units that take advantage of the scout moves, try to get on people early. I still think you need some kind of shooting unit, maybe like a Terminator unit then.
I don't think you do.
Terminators are cheap though.
Yeah, I don't mind Terminators like as a unit, but like I don't think you invest in giving them like combi plasmas and stuff. Like just take bolters and shoot them.
Mm-hmm. Bolters and vets. You got a vets.
But chaos just is not shooting. Is not. Shooting is a great tool, which is why everyone tries to jam shooting into chaos lists. But it's been tried for years, like literally half a decade at this point. And it's still not there. They're not a shooting faction. So until we get a codex update, I think we just ground and pound. Punch, 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 punch. Claw, 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 claw.
That's the false everyone?
That's the false everyone.
Okay.
We exploding like fours in close combat. Trigger that stuff.
Have you guys written any Eldar lists or ideas yet? I have not. Nick, have you written an Eldar list yet? Perhaps for an article?
I have not. I have started to write. I've started to come up with ideas for Eldar lists, which is step one of writing a list process. But there's so many ideas coming out of this book.
There really are. I haven't been able to narrow down on like one list concept that I'm like, this is the part I want to dedicate to.
Exactly. I'm like, I could build a list out of Harlequins. I could build a list out of like Harlequins and Dark Eldar.
I could do like an indirect list. I could do an aspect list or like a jet bike list.
Yep.
There's a lot of ideas.
Like, which units do I want to use? You know what units I want to use?
What's that?
Magen Ra.
Really? I mean, we do have a Magen Ra.
I know. I think it's cool.
You know who I want to use? Jane Czar.
I also do. Baharath.
Baharath is very cool.
Yeah. Jack's right.
I do not want to be in the room when you tell him that.
I think it's a good thing. I can admit these things.
That is a wonderful thing. I think Jack is going to be very smug.
Smug? Jack? No.
You're right. He won't.
Right. You know what we did last night?
I do.
What did we do?
Watch Return of the King!
Holy crap, they did it. They got me to do it.
Yep. Well, you got you to do it.
Well, we all get ourselves where we are in life.
Indeed. And there's an essay coming, right? We watched Return of the King Extended Edition. What'd you think?
It was better than I remember it. I'll genuinely give it that. I still got my gripes with certain parts, but I'm not trying to nitpick that hard. It was an entertaining movie. The biggest problem with it's 4 hours and 23 minutes long. There were so many. I fell asleep like 17 times. Not really, but like I wanted to.
We're gonna have to rewatch it then.
Oh, okay. Man, that was like I was dying. The battle scenes were cool, and the plot was interesting, but like it was so long.
It's all about the battle scenes.
There's so many subplots that they could have just cut for time, and I would have been happier.
That's disappointing to hear.
I mean, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. 4 hours and 23 minutes. You just can't be... It ended 15 times. It literally faded to white. They sailed off into the sunset and it faded away. Like, how is that not the end of the movie?
It's not the end.
I know it's not the end. It tricked me. I was done. I was like, good. It's past like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to bed. This movie's endless. And then it was like, no.
No.
Because, that's what happens when you start a movie at 7:30. You're up past midnight watching the same movie.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Got to make Nick write an essay on the Lord of the Rings series when it comes out. Thad, do not worry. We'll see about that. We're going to try to make it happen. Opinion about Fuegan as a melee Phoenix Lord. I don't know where the book is. I think Fuegan was like the only one who was like 3 damage in combat.
Yeah, he's also strength and toughness 5.
Oh.
He's one tougher than everybody else.
That is actually kind of interesting.
He's always been the most badass in combat that no one knew about. Like that's been his shtick for all the codexes.
Yeah, I wish Jane Czar hit a little harder, but I am happy that she has a sweep attack so she can try to kill hordes at least.
I don't see the GZ hype.
So it's really that I think she's I don't view her as like a combat character. I think she's a support character. But like she's the only Phoenix Sword who can advance and charge.
Yeah.
So she is relatively fast.
Right.
She's like almost as fast as Baharath and faster than all the other ones.
Right.
She has a shooting attack and combat. And she ignores Overwatch, makes people fight last. And the -1 attack thing, to me, is like insane. So what I kind of want to do is I'm thinking I'm going to do like a Harlequin and Eldar mix.
Okay.
And with Harlequins, you can get a -1 attack aura.
Mm-hmm.
And with Jane Czar and a -1 attack aura, I feel like Jane Czar going in with Harlequins is going to be like really, really hard for my opponent to like to process.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that combo.
Because like,
how is her -1 attack aura work?
If a unit is in engagement range of Jane Czar, every model subtracts 1 from their attack characteristic.
That seems very not defensive.
Well,
because I mean, like, the Harlequin one is nice. It's an aura, so like,
yeah,
the
aura is in there.
Put my models in my aura. You're in charge, and you're giving me -1 attack. Hers is like so avoidable from the enemy's counterattack charge phase.
I'm also thinking that if you go in and charge with her and the like, cause like I think Harlequins can initiate charges, and then like when someone's -2 attacks, it's like, oh, I'm not even gonna interrupt. So you make someone fight last, you make someone else. Well, actually, she makes everyone she's in combat with fight last, so she can try to get multiple people to fight last.
Yeah.
And that seems really nice because I don't think Harlequins have any inherent fight lasts.
Not that I recall.
And then like I was thinking like maybe I'd take an Autarch, but then I was like looking at an Autarch versus Jane Czar, and Jane Czar's like 20 points more.
Man, John, you're getting me excited on Harlequins and Banshees right here.
Yeah, I'm already excited for that. That's why I'm painting.
Good. I'm painting the Harlequins. You're painting the Banshees. Let's go.
We're getting it done. We're gonna make this happen. All right,
That's a really exciting build. I like that.
All right.
Look what we just did, Internet.
Unfortunately, I need to sneak out and grab all of the models that you just moved.
John.
It's all right. I'm gonna keep them somewhere else because there's a lot of room in here.
You know what I'm gonna do today?
What's that?
I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna bring Bella and we're gonna go to the beach.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
Yeah. There's been too much Warhammer in my life. I need to go see the sun.
The sun?
I know.
Don't know why you said that.
You know why.
I really don't.
Oh.
Oh boy. Look at these tanks. I think these tanks are looking cool.
Tanks are cool.
Let me set this down.
They match the green screen. They probably can't even see them.
Yeah. No, they really, like the green that I'm using perfectly matches the green screen.
Holy crap. They're like the same exact color as the green screen.
Yep. That's how I get them. That is how I get them. Alright, this is going to go on top of the printer. So that is the only place left in this room. It's on top of the printer. Okay. I have my models. The problem with batch painting is it helps to have everything in front of you, so you can do the batches. But then, like, I want to have room for Nick.
Yeah.
I don't want Nick to feel left out.
No, we don't think Nick out.
Exactly. I would feel bad about that.
These rock grinders are intimidating.
They are. They're very scary on the tabletop.
I mean, in person.
That too. Yeah, that is.
You have bamboozled me.
This piece right here.
Yeah.
It's gonna tell you to glue that down. Just don't.
Okay.
I'm gonna magnetize that as well.
Okay, done with the magnets.
Yeah, I mean, because you never know when the trucks or the rock grinders. Actually, I'm never gonna need more than 3 trucks.
You might.
See, well, don't say that, because then I'm gonna want to magnetize.
Well, it's less for me to glue.
Yeah, go ahead and glue it down. I'll just magnetize the guns. Having 2 dedicated rock grinders won't be bad. 1, 2, 3. All right, without wounds. This is for Fuegan. Without wounds, it's 6 attacks, strength 5, AP -4, damage 3. After taking 1 wound, it's 7 attacks, strength 6, AP 4, damage 3. So the strength 5, not bad, but that is actually a fair point. Fuegan does kind of slap.
He does slap.
Strength 5 is a little worrisome, but that's not bad.
He slap.
Yeah. You know what? That is literally the perfect profile for attacking Custodes. Like Shield Guard. Like AP a million, strength 5, AP damage 3.
I know.
It's like no transhuman. He's somehow Phoenix Lords don't reroll anything. I
think it might actually be him.
He has rerolls?
I think he does. I think he gives it to himself.
Good for him.
One of them does. I think it's him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps I'm wrong. Yeah, that'd be cool. It makes sense for.
He's actually like really beefy and good, but like his deliverability sucks because he just walks.
Deliverability is deep strike him in a Falcon turn 1.
I'm not that hype about that. I don't think that's that good.
Yeah, I don't think it's like amazing, but we have 2 Falcons that I was painting anyway, so we're definitely gonna make sure that the option is there for Jack to experiment with because he's our Eldar player.
I want to be the Eldar player.
That's fine. You and Jack can be the Eldar players. I want to be a Harlequin player.
I don't know where this Jack's the Eldar player thing
came from Jack.
I know it came from Jack, so I do know where it came from. Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, okay. It's alright. I'm not our Eldar player. I'm just our Eldar painter. But Harlequins.
Yes.
I do like me some Harlequins.
Harlequins.
I know
I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know what I was really excited about, John?
What's that?
The Eldritch Storm orbital
Strata. That is so good.
You could take 3 Farseers, 3 Farseer Skyrunners, and Eldrad, and just nuke somebody. You could do all that.
That would be
right?
that would be a lot of effort.
That would, but the memes.
You
could do that multiple turns.
You can do it multiple times. I really thought Eldritch Storm was once per. All the other orbitals are one per, so I just assumed it was.
I just assumed no one's crazy enough to do it multiple times.
No, orbitals are once per game. At least the Space Marine one is. I don't know the other one.
D3 plus 7 mortals, John. For all units within 6 inches of the point. You can't walk away from it.
Yep. That'd be scary.
That's like you keep your army behind a terrain piece and it's just dead.
Yep. That'd be real bad. Do the new Eldar have the same intercept stratagem like the previous book, having line of sight from the Farseer? It's changed. I think it's within 18 inches instead of table wide, which is still like scarily good. But it's not quite as crazy as before, I think.
I'm gonna write this list.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You should try it out. What if you...
I'll max like whatever psychic secondary. I think this could be good. Oh, maybe,
I don't think I would go...
Maybe not 7. But
yeah.
I
think like
5?
3.
I'm thinking 5. I'm thinking 5, John. I want to kill things with this.
3 plus D3 mortals is like...
Well, Farseers also do stuff. Like I'm trying to... Like you can do a ton of mortal wounds. So just max a psychic secondary. You'll nuke an army.
Yeah. It'll hurt, for sure.
Hurt. 5 plus D3 mortal wounds is like...
There's a number. There's a number right there, Nick.
It's like most of a Custodian squad over and over and over. You're not Emperor's Chosen, get out of here.
Yeah, not Emperor's Chosen will get wrecked by that. We should tell Brad to do that and then like tell Jack that we changed the pairings and he's playing Brad around on.
Is Jack playing Emperor's Chosen?
Nope.
You switched?
He switched. I talked him into it.
Wow. I didn't think he would do it.
I didn't either. I think it's because he didn't. I think he knew something. He knew I'm right. He's like, man,
well, obviously.
John's making points.
He didn't think you would.
John's making points out here.
He wouldn't switch if he thought it was worse.
Yeah.
No. John's making points.
But he's like, well, I'm only doing it because I know who I'm playing against. And I'm like, okay, Jack, okay. He's like, yeah, I would do Emperor's Chosen normally. I'm like, okay, Jack. But, since we're only playing against the good armies, you don't need the mortal wound protection as much.
Only playing against the good armies.
Yeah.
No. We're playing against all the armies that were good.
I mean, there's a lot of good armies, that's the thing. Maybe, perhaps more than people would think. And there's just 2 puppies outside who are just like...
They're just going at it.
They're just having fun. They're being adorable. It's very cute. I love watching the puppies play. They're rambunctious.
They need to stop playing at 7 o'clock in the morning. They need to chill. It's just chaos.
So it's when it starts, though.
They wake up and it just begins.
It's like when one of them wakes up, then the other one wakes up.
That's exactly it. The second going. It's always going.
What needs to happen for Carnifexes to be good? They've been bad since 2nd edition. Carnifexes need their role kind of redefined. They either need to be cheap enough to be a really cheap monster, or they need to be good enough to justify the points cost. But because it's such a small monster, it needs to be a really cheap thing, I think.
So
but
I think you like that.
How did you do that?
I don't know. Just didn't go in right. To me, that's not a big deal, but okay, good, you fixed it. See?
Mm-hmm. When the Custodes character heroically intervened, teleports to his friends with his special ability, can I use Aspect Scan? No, because he has to end within engagement range. Also, I think Aspect Scan says that it's in the reserve step, not just when someone teleports. I think it says it says in the reinforcement step of. You know
how I don't know what things do until I play against them and I've somehow dodged the Custodes train?
Yeah.
I just learned what the plate did yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah, the teleport plate guy. I kind of knew that it existed, but I just really learned about it.
Yeah.
We got a super chat.
Super chats. Clown mode.
Clown mode.
Favorite units and Craftworlds in the new book. All right, Nick. You know what? I actually want to hear your favorite Craftworld.
My favorite Craftworld units.
The favorite Craftworld.
Oh, my favorite Craftworld.
Of the 5 Craftworlds. So I know my answer.
I don't even remember what they do.
You need to get that book.
I'll get the book. I'm trying to build these grinders.
It's the struggle.
Hang on, hobby.
The struggle's real.
Hang on, read the Eldar book. But I don't like Althway. I remember that. I don't.
You don't like Althway?
Nah, I don't like Althway. I don't like Iandon. I didn't care about either of those.
Yeah.
Elliot Talk wasn't too impressive either.
Mm-hmm.
Samhan, I like the custom ones. Those are my. But out of the 5,
I agree.
That are there, I think I like Bealtan or Samhan the most.
I liked Bealtan the most, of the 5. But then I think Custom Craftworld is going to be very popular.
Yeah.
With reason.
Yeah. Custom Craftworld is where it's at.
Custom Craftworld does look real good. Not gonna lie to you folks. Bealtan! Exactly. That's why I'm painting Bealtan.
What does Bealtan do again, John?
So, when they fire and fade, they treat a 1 or a 2 as a 3 on the D6 roll.
That's pretty good.
And they can reroll a hit roll.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. And then their Warlord trait is nice. It's pick a unit in your command phase within 9, and it gets full rerolls to hit.
That's right. And Spirit Stones are nice.
What's that?
Spirit Stones are nice too.
Yeah. And you get 1 CP when an Aspect Warrior makes an attack. Every 6 hits an additional hit. Shooting or combat.
Yeah, that's all really good.
Yeah.
That is all really
I think Bealtan is like all around the best. Maybe if you're doing like a super skew build, I can see you going for another one. But I think you have to be going for a very specific build. I think all around Bealtan's the best of the named ones.
The reason,
but custom's interesting.
I like Samhan because it's advanced and charge strat, and that just changes. Like, advanced charge is an amazing rule.
Yeah, that is a thing that I like.
Yeah.
I was just thinking I would go like Bealtan with a lot of Banshees because then they get exploding 6s and they can already advance and charge.
Oh, true.
Yeah, that was my thought process.
Well, they can advance and charge, but they're not going 22 inches and charging.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same. Do you guys think we'll ever see Primaris Terminators? Not so average Joe? Yes, I do. At some point, they're gonna give us. I mean, they're just gonna keep making Space Marine units.
That's
so
true.
like they're gonna reach every possible corner of the design space, and then we'll get Primaris Marines.
Primaris?
Yeah, with 3 wounds in like 12th edition.
Oh man.
Yeah, the Lion comes back and he reveals that he was also working on a secret Space Marine Legion.
Who's the Lion? Oh, the Johnson. The Dark Angel guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, oh, Gulliman, you and your Primaris Marines with 2 wounds. Not bad, but witness my Primaris Marines. And then Chaos Space Marine's going to be stuck at 2 wounds and a damage 3 meta for like 3 years.
I'm still on step 1. This is a
boy.
travesty.
Proud of you, Nick. Can I paint an Eldar army before Nick builds a rock grinder? If he wants to go to the beach, yes.
We might put one of these and then beach it up and then come back into the other one. There's only so many hours of daylight. You gotta get that good sun, John.
Can't wait to see it. Alright. Need to let that white dry a little bit.
Who's calling me?
Nobody knows.
My father. He can call me later.
Very well. Perhaps he's on the stream.
Perhaps he's on the stream.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, I'd be like, why isn't he answering? I can see him. It's probably not that.
Dun dun dun. Rock grinders?
Rock grinders.
Grinding rocks?
They grind the rocks, you know what I'm saying?
Someone's got to do it, yeah. Switching brushes to the regiment brush.
You have regiments?
Yeah, I have a regiment brush. It's for my regiments. I mean, someone's got to do it.
Building is like my least favorite part of the hobby aspect. Like, I'd much rather paint than build.
I really like converting things.
Yeah, that's fun.
I find that very
you're
fun.
just gonna sit back and
I like converting like one really
the
cool
sit
model,
back
like
war.
when you make an awesome demon prince. That's
Yeah.
fun for me.
I don't like building the same model over and over.
Oh, like 100 guardsmen, just shoot me now.
I had to build 20 Eldar Guardians, and like after the first 4, I was like, this is no longer fun. And then there were 16 more. There was actually 26 more, but there's still actually we have 20 Guardians new on Sprue that I just haven't gotten around to. I built 20, and I'm like, if Guardians are good, I'll build 20 more. But I was like, let me just wait and see before I build 40 Guardians.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna get to that later.
I hope Guardians are good. I like Guardians.
I like Guardians as well. I think
I like that Shurikens got better. That helps. That range increase really
yeah,
helps.
because they went from like 12 to 18.
Yeah.
Grauzone says wrong. Primaris Marines will have 3 wounds before Chaos Marines have 2. It'll happen in the same update. Literally the same, like, GW will, because we won't have a Chaos Codex by then. They're going to release Primaris Marines in the 10th edition box, and then they're going to be like, alright, Chaos, we're going to FAQ you to have 2 Marines. Like 2 wounds. And the Chaos Marine community is going to be like, you could have done this the whole time.
John, do you care about these little things? 11?
Yes, please.
They're so small.
It's true. But if you don't, there's just like a weird hole in the model.
That's okay.
What?
Paint will cover that up.
That it won't.
There's weird holes in all kinds of stuff.
I don't want them.
There's weird holes in the bit that I'm putting onto to cover the weird holes.
Yeah, that's a normal hole.
That's a normal hole,
Yeah.
not a weird hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah.
I could never be a commissioned painter.
You'd never be a commissioned builder.
No, that. I have been a commissioned painter, actually. Can you believe that?
Could I pay you to paint stuff?
I mean, everything's got a price.
Could Art of War pay you to paint stuff?
Ask Brian.
Could Art of War pay me to paint stuff?
Ask Brian.
Okay, I'll ask Brian.
Well, ask me. Yeah, ask me to ask Brian.
Nick, can you ask Brian?
We'll see.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Do you have a? I was like shocked that you didn't know about the Praetorian Plate.
Yeah, I know, right? I knew about it. I knew if I read some dude's list of the tournament, I would ask him a bunch of questions about it, and that's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I would just read the dude's list. But no, you know what would happen? Because I also don't really read people's list of tournaments.
Yeah, I was.
So I would ask him to go through his army, which is actually what happens when we talk about it. And then I know what questions to ask. So I see a guy on foot in Terminator, I'm like, that guy's weird. What does he do? And then he would tell me what he does, and then I would know.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's good.
That's true.
I do believe that. I really do.
And just characters in general. You see a character, what weird rules did you put on him?
Yeah, there's gonna be a bike captain, and then every character that's not a bike captain, you're gonna be like, who is that? What's this guy doing here?
Why is he in your list?
Yeah, what's literally just don't even ask all right, does he teleport? Is he advanced characters? Ask why is he in your list?
Yeah.
People tell you. People like talking about their toys.
It's also I'll tell you why it's in my list. I'm not gonna try to misinformation you and trick you. I'll just tell you straight up, and then if I set that tone, set it back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Works every time.
It really does.
It really does. I say that unironically. People asking in the chat, do I think that pure Harlequins will be better than souped Craftworld and Harlequins? That is a really good question. I'm going to be honest, I have literally no idea.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I kind of want to play pure Harlequins.
I kind of do too.
How do luck dice work again?
How do what?
Luck dice.
So, at the beginning of the battle round, you get 3 luck dice automatically in Strike Force.
This is if you're mono Harlequins.
If you're mono Harlequins only. If you're souping it, you don't stop the Strands of Fate dice for Craftworld if you do the soup, but you don't get the luck dice. And then after you get your 3 dice, you choose to roll any number of dice between 1 and 6.
Yeah.
If you don't roll doubles, you get that many additional luck dice.
Yeah.
So let's say you roll 3 dice and you roll 1, 3, 5. You get 3 dice because you didn't roll doubles.
Yeah.
But if you roll doubles, you get no additional dice.
Right.
So I feel like I'm just going to roll 2 every time. And then if I'm because rolling 3 versus 2 is
So what are these dice though? They're just dice?
Oh, okay. Then a luck dice is a reroll you can make on a hit, wound, save, damage
so
at any
they
point.
represent rerolls.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of rerolls.
Okay.
So you have 7. So if you were roll 2 dice and you don't get doubles, you just have 5 free command point rerolls for saves. Mm-hmm. And then, but it's per battle round. So if you go second, you're oh well, I don't need to take more saves. I'll just reroll a bunch of wounds and damage and stuff.
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. This always happens.
Ugh, Nick, that's how they get you to clip extra things.
I know. I hate clipping.
What did you clip that was wrong?
I don't know that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Well, you'll need that eventually.
Will I?
Yes.
Oh. I hope not.
I already know where that piece goes.
How do you know?
Goes on this side. It's the top half of that.
We have to cover that up?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I like wires exposed.
But then you'd have to paint the exposed wires.
You can just paint it silver and wash it.
Silver and wash it. Preteleportian plate is what John Chaves calls it. That's pretty accurate, honestly. That is basically what that thing is. Just a nice gate of infinity. Why not? Into combat.
2 zonked puppos.
Oh, it's about time.
It is.
Really is about time that we had some zonked puppos.
Okay, we are on.
We're on step 2?
2. No, we're still on step 1.
Incredible. Thank you, GW.
We're busting out the second screw, though.
Heck yeah.
These are a lot more intensive to build than I thought. I thought these would be rhinos.
Oh, no.
Done in half an hour over here.
Yeah, that's why I haven't built these yet.
I see.
I knew it was an investment, and I was I don't have time for that.
Well, we'll have rock grinders after this.
That's good. I want rock grinders.
They're good. They're very good.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe that?
I really can. I'm very happy about it too.
I can't believe it. I thought that was one of those tanks that they were just gonna
Be bad forever, like Primaris tanks.
not. Those I think will have a time in the sun.
I agree.
They like Primaris stuff, but like
They do.
the Predator's done.
Yeah, the Predator will never be good again. It's never getting a stratagem again. I hate that they just were like, Predator used to have a stratagem, but we're just going to take it away and do nothing back. And also it's going to go up in points.
Vindicator, that thing is going to become obsolete.
I forgot that existed.
Exactly. Poor guy.
Poor Vindicator.
I have 3 of those. I used to like them a lot.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
They're a cool tank. I had one of the old metal ones. That guy was ancient.
Yeah?
He's older than you are.
Yeah, I believe it. Fuegan's older than I am. The warp spiders are older than I am. Like, it just happens.
It just happens.
These things are old. Ugh, I'm painting with the parts that aren't speed paint anymore, and it's like, it's annoying.
It's like worse.
It is. Like, I've been using speed paint. It's been going so fast. I'm using like regular paint for like details and things, and I'm like, oh, why isn't the speed paint?
Sad.
It's extremely sad.
That is a bummer. That is. But I like the way it's coming out.
Yeah.
Why'd you prime it white? So you could do the yellow?
What, did I prime it white?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they could build up all the yellow parts.
Painting it black there is very dangerous, so.
It is. I'm not going to miss.
Let's see. Okay.
I think it'll have a cool effect, though.
I suppose you want me to cover up these random holes?
Those are where the bars go in, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I was asking. The bars.
It's like, you know, the handles, like the
handles,
ladder.
The ladder, yes. We need to climb the truck.
Yeah, the neophytes get on the truck. What? It's a transport. The people need to know that it's a transport.
They know. They're all aware. I'll tell them.
I don't know if they know, Nick.
I'll tell them.
But you don't use it as a transport.
I use it as a transport when the idiot squads need somewhere to go and there's a truck nearby.
So, you know what I actually like about Goliath trucks and what I personally want to do with them?
Put 5 averants in them?
No. I want to have 3. And in my triple patrol list, I'm going to have 3 Calomorphs. And the Calomorphs are going to get out of the truck, shoot, normal move back into the transport, and then the transport will get to throw its demo charge.
That is hilarious. Oh boy.
Yeah. You like that, huh? Just a little bit in your heart, you're like, ooh, that actually might work.
I hate Calomorphs, but that is adorable. Where did that go? John, I think I lost it.
You can find it.
It is really small.
It's true. I see it. It's right there.
I literally could not see that.
And it was right in front of you.
No, I don't have my glasses in. I have high pressure.
Yep, that high pressure gets you every time.
Every time?
Every time, chat. Nick, I'm so sorry about the high pressure. I don't even know what that means, truthfully.
Neither do I.
Oh, maybe it's a good thing. Lets you see farther.
Well, oh my god. At this point, it's just
Did
a
you
meme.
just drop another one?
I dropped it again, but I caught it. This is too small for me. I can't physically get it there. I'll use the pliers, actually. The clippers.
To what? What? Just use your hand.
I'm telling
Put the glue on that.
Then there's going to be globs of glue.
No, just put like a... All right, or here's another tip.
This is not precision.
Here's another tip.
Yeah.
Put a little glob like there, and then you tip the end of it in.
That's a good idea.
Just like that, and then just put bink, bink.
That's a good idea. So I was trying not to glob your model.
I appreciate that. It's tips and tricks, Nick. Tips and tricks. We do have a Gene Circle question in the chat. Are you mentally prepared?
Mental interrogation.
Do you think Hive Cult could have play with emission tertiaries, like Rod, Banner, Teleport Homers, and behind enemy lines engage with some action secondaries for an auto 30? Hive Cult?
Actually, where I started my Gene Stealer Cult adventure was with Hive Cult, because I was all like, let's play the mission and ignore the opponent. And
Actions
are part of that. But honestly, the thing with Gene Stealer Cult is that they can already show up wherever they want. You don't need to advance to wherever you want. You just appear wherever you want.
Yeah.
So
You don't need to action and shoot if you don't have any guns that matter.
Yeah, it's a well. Actually, in shooting, it's actually really useful in GSC. I can get behind that. I've thought about Hive Cult for that, but it's just there's better alternatives. You need to be doing more with your stuff. You can already do the hard part of actions, which is getting there.
Yep.
And the actions that require you to survive are just not on the table because you're Gene Stealer Cult. You're gonna die instantaneously. So there's not so many actions that you can't complete. There's not every action in the game that's viable to you. It's only the ones you complete at the end of your turn. But I also really like the Patriarch that ignores invulns. He's a monster.
Boss.
So I've run that guy. I like that guy.
Yeah, I think that guy's awesome in Hive Cult. We do have a nice question here from Chaotic. What do you guys think is the worst unit in the Craftworld book? See, I totally cannot answer that question yet. None of the units stood out as like bad. I think some of the things like the planes I looked at and I'm like, I don't really need this in a list. Like I don't think it does enough, but nothing stood out as like, wow, this is just terribly overcosted and does nothing. So I
think the raid stuff is me a little disappointed.
But it is -1 damage.
It's tough. I guess the part I'm disappointed with is move 5 and nothing to do about getting that better.
Yeah, you can quicken them, but then they can't charge, so you're just kind of like...
Yeah, it's move 5, then charge something. It's the problem that I have with them.
What I was actually thinking of was in Iandon taking like some guns in there and giving them battle focus with a Citronum, and then spending the CP to auto 6 the battle focus.
Oh.
So you get to, turn 1, move them 11 inches, and then the 5-inch move might get you somewhere useful on turn 2.
I don't know.
But I still don't know if that's enough.
I think it's a lot of does nothing.
Yeah.
Do you care about this guy? Can I just cover the hatch instead?
You can cover the hatch. Yeah, you don't have to leave the guy on.
Sweet.
You can cover the hatch. Just make sure you put the heavy stubber on.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to have the dude. Yeah, all of the infantry you can leave off.
That is wonderful news.
Yeah. I'll be realistic about that. I don't like painting infantry on my tanks.
Yeah, no.
I do that on occasion for to do cool things, but not every tank needs that.
Not every tank needs infantry. Where does this go?
What you looking for?
The piece that covers this hatch.
Like, where is it in here?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know what it looks like because it's not really shown.
It's...
I don't know how to cover this hatch.
I thought it was on this one.
Oh, it might be.
What's the number for it?
It doesn't have.
It might be this one.
I'm just making up a piece right now.
I think it's this one. No, this is the one. Oh, I think this might actually be the top hatch. This is that one.
This is like an oval. This doesn't fit there.
No. So turn it sideways. Here, let me show you. Nope.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It goes not that way. I think it goes this way.
Uh-huh.
And then this piece goes in front of it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But you want a stubber.
Yeah, I do want the stubber.
How do I put a stubber?
The instructions will tell you.
I don't know if they will.
What?
Oh no,
They do. Just don't put the guy on. Like, it's this right here is how to do it without a guy.
Oh, you stick it this. Oh, wow. They really do tell you.
Yep. They really do.
They really do.
They really
I knew
do.
I needed that piece and I clipped that already.
Yep.
Good job, John. I want a donut.
You want a donut?
I want a donut.
It doesn't...
We have ice cream cake from Siege's birthday. It was Siege's birthday.
It was Siege's birthday. It was like last week.
It was, but we did it yesterday.
Did yesterday because we were all out of town on his birthday. You got to enjoy it solo. Doesn't Homer's finish at the end of your turn if you're OBSEC? Also, do you think Ginster Cult needs to be competitive? I don't think Ginster Cult needs much at all to be top tier. I think they're already competitive.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're just hard to play.
They're very hard to play, and I think that they do have a couple of problematic matchups that can be very difficult. But I don't think Ginster Cult actually needs any changes. I would really just like to see a couple of nerfs to armies that are not Ginster Cult, and then Ginster Cult can stay exactly where they are.
Yeah.
Like right now, I don't think that we've had enough Ginster Cult to say that this is bad and therefore needs a buff. But there's some things we can identify in other books that are like, this is good and this needs a nerf. I don't think Ginster Cult needs any changes right now.
Yeah, they're great. I'm big happy with this codex.
But like, if we got a balance update and Tau and Custodes both got like a little bit of a love tap, and Ginster Cult stayed exactly the same, right? That would feel pretty good, huh?
OBSEC does finish homers in your turn, to get back to that question. But
Indeed it does.
You have rods in that category, and you can just show up and get 12 points, and I find that's a lot simpler than trying to pull off teleport homers.
Mm-hmm.
I've not actually taken it, but I wanted to take it because it's different and cool, and you can actually get a 15. But I don't know, rods is so just free points for GSC. You just gotta like count to 4.
Rods is very, very clean.
Like have a plan for 4 units and 4 times, and you're done. That's it.
That's it. Is that a super chat? What's up? Gonna love seeing the Eldari content coming up. I promise we have a lot of Eldari content on the way. 100% guaranteed. We're gonna have games. We're gonna have clinics. We're gonna have everything. We're gonna have a Streamhouse RTT.
Streamhouse RTT.
You know what we need?
What?
Brad to submit a list.
I did text him about that.
All right.
It's not gonna happen anytime soon. He's out of GT, and the codex is not even out.
Well, he's gonna need to do it. We're gonna just write the list for him. And be like, you know, this is the 2,000 points we have. Sorry, Brad.
He can play with the clowns though, if he wants. You can
true.
do whatever you want with the clowns. There's quite a lot of those.
There's quite a lot you can do with guns.
Which one's your favorite? Your favorite type of light, dark, or twilight?
I think I like light the most.
I thought I would like light the most, but I'm actually coming around to dark.
Dark and Twilight are very good.
They're all
Dark is my second favorite one. I think do we both agree that Twilight may be the worst of the 3?
I think so.
Which is incredible because it's the +1 attack, right?
Yeah.
And I legitimately think that was the best before.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe we're discounting the need for just raw damage output because that's always been.
That's true. We haven't put it on the table yet. They don't have reroll wounds anymore. They now reroll ones to wound.
So maybe that one attack we're not valuing highly enough.
Yeah, but I really think that all 3 have very good potential value. So I could totally see us playing with all 3 at some point.
For sure.
Yeah, I like light the most because I think it does really well into Tau.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
And Custodes.
Yeah.
So like imagine
what does it do for Custodes?
So an unmodified 1, 2, or 3 always misses.
Yeah.
So Custodes hit on 4s instead of 2s.
Custodes, they can't damage Custodes. I still don't see that part.
True, but Custodes can't damage them because they get the 1 CP to move when they get charged.
Yes.
So the Custodes can't charge them.
Okay, but if neither player can hurt each other, and the Custodes are standing on the objectives with OBSEC, then they're gonna win.
When you make some plays with the OBSEC.
Yeah, well, this is nonsense.
You can make plays.
This is the same as before.
I mean, I think that they can hurt still.
Maybe.
Because like they've got decent guns.
They do have decent guns, but they're also not good enough guns for Custodes, I find. I don't know. We haven't played it.
We haven't played it yet.
It's a lot of Strain 3 if you're taking Haywire.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of AP1
I'm not taking any Haywire.
And AP1 is not where it is against Custodes.
Sure.
Because they got cover save, and you're like, damn, can't do anything about that. And then that's that. That's the end of that.
Then that's that. Dun dun dun. What love taps do you think Custodes and Tau would need to make them balance again? So Custodes got the stealth points drop for literally no reason. I think that the first thing you do is revert that, and then I think you take the no reroll strat and you make it 2 CP or 3 on a large unit.
Yeah,
rather than 1 and 2.
No rerolls is insanity.
At 1 CP, it's just too automatic of like, yeah, I'll just use it.
Yeah.
So I think you make that one 2 CP. And then I think you just let it, I think you start with that, but you do that like right now, and then you see what happens.
Yeah.
And then you check again in 3 months.
That would be good.
Like I don't want to wait a couple months and then make that change and then find out that it wasn't enough. Like I want to make that change right now, and then we see, was it enough? No. Then we need to just keep going. Keep hammering it. Tau, I actually don't think Tau, the codex, needs any changes at all. I think that you make 2 changes to universal of the game, which is that you can never reroll a hit or wound roll when you target something out of line of sight. Ever. That is across every army in the game.
Rule.
Every army in the game, you cannot reroll a hit or a wound if you target something you can't see.
I love that.
And I think that helps with Hive Guard, and it helps with Tau.
Yeah.
And you change Bodyguard in some way.
Yeah, I really like those changes.
I think if you do those 2 things, I think Tau, you let it ride for 3 months and see what happens. And maybe then Triple Storm Surge is broken and you decide you want to change that, but you give that a little time to find out if that's too much.
Get you on the GW's rules team.
You know, they said that they were going to do that. GW, call me, please. Please notice me. What do I think of Ephriel Stern now as a named character that Bloody Rose can take? I love Ephriel Stern. I think she's really, really good. I haven't fit her in a list yet, but I would really like to. I really wanted to take her in the Streamhouse RTT. It was just, for 120 points, I really struggled to get her in. Because I wanted the Candace and the Palatine for rerolls, and then it was like Ephriel Stern would be like the third character, and that was difficult, unfortunately. What I actually think I might do for Bloody Rose in the future is I might take Morvenval on a Supreme Command, and then take my HQs as a generic missionary, like the Priest, and Ephriel Stern into the battalion. I actually kind of like that idea better, but, you know, I didn't have enough chances to playtest my sisters, unfortunately, because I was out of town, so I don't think my sisters list is done. But it's done for the Streamhouse RTT, and I think it's good enough to get me some W's. And we're gonna work from there and see what the list evolves with. Because I would love to keep playing Sisters, because I've been really enjoying the Bloody Rose thought process. I've also been thinking about Paragon War suits. Like there's some options with Sisters. There really are. I honestly believe it.
There really be.
I think if you change Bodyguard too much, Sisters struggle even more. Possibly yes, but I don't think that you tried to preserve. I don't think that that's how you justify it. Like, I don't think that you keep Bodyguard the way it is when it is very not fun for a lot of armies in the game, just to try to keep Sisters competitive. I think though that you could change it a lot. Like, you could make it so that a unit has to be entirely within 3 inches. Because I think it's annoying, right, when you have like a captain next to a bodyguard and you can't shoot him. Like, that's annoying. But it's infuriating when you have a shield drone, then a shield drone, and a Tau commander who ends up more than 12 inches away from the bodyguard unit. Like, the physical Commander Shadowstone model is more than 12 inches away from the bodyguard unit, and she can't be shot.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah. I don't get bothered by it because I just accepted it, but like it's absurd. Yeah, for sure.
And I think it's just really frustrating for like mid tables and like newer players.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I just think it's not a good game mechanic.
It's terrible. It's not intuitive and it's not interactive, and that's not where you want to be.
Yeah, it's you know, you don't want to you know, we always try to, you know, interact less with the opponents, but I don't like rules that are just like your opponent cannot interact with you, period, end of story, done. Which is also why I hated it when Richard spammed Cerberus Raiders.
He doesn't do that.
He did.
No, he didn't. Ask him.
I did. He said he spammed them.
No.
Doesn't sound like something he would admit to.
It really doesn't, which is why I find your story questionable at best.
I find Cerberus Raiders questionable at best. Stupid Admech.
Admech is stupid, I agree. Tell Siegs.
I do it every day.
I've glued myself to the stubber.
Oh,
John.
How is this possibly my fault?
You are making me put this
That's not
on
true.
The stubber. No, you are. You are. I would not put this piece on. This is you.
So you just wouldn't build the model? Like what is?
I would. This is accessories. I don't mess with the accessories.
Like heads?
Not like heads.
You left heads off your death card. I'll literally never forget that.
Alright, this thing's not going on.
What is it?
That little thing.
Yes, it is.
Okay, how is it going on?
Just the exact same way it should.
My hand is glued to your model, John. It's not physically going on.
Nick, you're slowing down the hype train here.
I'm upset with this model. I'm frustrated with it beyond belief. My hand is attached to it.
Let me see where it's.
Do you see my finger? It's all gross now. It's covered in super glue. This is what the people came for. They came for Nick Rage. See? Not that easy.
I'm trying to figure out where it goes. Oh, okay.
He's gonna get it in like one try.
This is weird. Is this the right piece?
It looks like the right piece. Like what else would it be? Like a little missile thing. It's got a wire.
Yeah, it's just weird that the wire is going in the opposite direction on there.
It doesn't make any sense. But then I didn't mess up the side because the cock gun thing on this side is there.
It really. Let me see. It's 28.
It's 28.
Let me see the spread.
Sure. Oh, there it is. See, it's not just my incompetence. Now I feel better.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. This is difficult to assemble.
All right. Well, we'll keep going on the clipping. 40 and 41. they on the other sprue? Yeah, the sprue John has.
You never really know. Here, you can have it.
Okay.
So,
Mm-hmm.
there, that's the piece you want to put on. You have the wrong piece.
Really?
Yeah, that's 28.
Wow.
You didn't look at the number when you clipped it out?
I just thought it was a circly, spindly thing with a wire. How many circly, spindly things with a wire can this possibly have?
2.
1 million.
2. Oh my god.
Wow.
Nick, read the numbers. Don't worry, it's not Nick incompetence. See, I wouldn't even have made the joke if you hadn't literally said that. And he's just like nervously laughing because he knows there's nothing to be said.
You don't have to call everything. It's called having chill, allowing people to make mistakes.
I'm sorry. Eldar 1 Nick 0 says the chat. I'm sorry. I gotta make the jokes while I got them. Yeah, absolutely. You know, competitive gamers always try to minimize risk. That's how you get consistent results. But if it's too obvious, then they just spam the one thing. Like spamming bodyguard is something that I personally do and will continue to do as long as it's a mechanic in the game, because it is a way to make it easier to win. But I think the game is better and more interesting and more enjoyable at all levels if that kind of mechanic is not in it.
Yeah.
So yes, you hear me today arguing for a nerf for Sister Sacrosanct that I do not want to argue for, but if I'm being honest and unbiased, I think a bodyguard nerf in general would be healthy. Yeah, I think if you don't do those two things, I think Tower like in a very we can afford to wait and see spot.
Where is I was just there. It is. There it is.
And also, I think Dark Eldar need Power from Pain changed. I'm going to say that too. I think you have to change turn 2 and turn 3 on the Power from Pain table. They can advance and charge in turn 3.
You want to nerf them more?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
That's fine.
Yep. It's alright. I also want to nerf Crusher Stampede. Make the -1 damage against Strength 7 and less.
Okay.
Same thing as like Ramshackle. Would you rather run Eldar into Tau or Custodes in a final? I think, honestly, I think you could try to build a list to combat both. Man, Helpless Heroes, we haven't put Eldar on the table yet, which is weird. Like, sometimes we get new rules and we play like 8 games in a weekend, and we've had the Eldar codex for like most of a week and we haven't like written an army list yet. Which is not because we're not excited, but it's because we busy boys.
I'm still stuck on you wanting to nerf Drukari again. That is, I can't move on.
Drukari still have a very high win rate.
Okay,
I think no. What do you let him?
Let him.
No,
it's not that high.
What do you think it is?
Like 55.
No.
What is it?
It's like over 60 still.
What?
Any army that has a more than 55% win rate, I think.
Believe that.
I don't know what to tell you. Drukari just win games.
I don't believe that it's over 60 still.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
Nothing. That's
okay.
the end of the conversation. Let's move on.
All right. How's the Goliath coming?
It's terrible. I hate this thing.
Yeah. Kelly, there's not a random orc truck. This is, in fact, a random Goliath rock grinder.
Everything is so many pieces. What the hell do they think they're doing these days?
Did you put that one on?
What? It doesn't fit. I put this in and it just took up all the space.
Oh, wait, what? Hold on.
I'm right here.
Yeah, you don't need it. Oh, okay. You just clip both of them. Yeah, that's you don't need this at all. So this is like kind of like a metal thing. You can slide it up or down. So if it's down, you put the small piece in, and if it's up, put that on. So you just do that. This one, okay. Not needed.
Already done.
Yep. Yeah. Whenever there's a gear, it means you choose between the two.
Oh.
It means options.
This. Do you care about this?
Yes.
Oh my god, 6 pieces.
Yeah. I like them there. Is there going to be a meme 9 sport weapon 3 night spinner and direct spam list? 100% yes. People are going to play that. I think it's good. I think it is again a little bit unhealthy. I'm hoping it will not be so efficient that it is the best way to play Eldar. But they've definitely kept that as a thing that is strong.
What?
The mass indirect.
Oh, I hate mass indirect.
Yeah, it's the same thing as before, except it's the same cost and it's AP2.
It's AP2. Why?
And you can still give it a reroll hit, reroll wound, but it's just AP2 now.
It's AP2.
Why is it AP2? I'm with you, Nick. I would rather that it isn't.
Oh, Eldar. But the Aspect Warriors I don't think are undercosted at all, so that's good.
No, I think Aspect Warriors are like very balanced, actually. I do not think that any of the Aspect Warriors are too good. I was really worried when we saw the rules for Banshees.
Yeah, because if they're like 13 points a model or something.
Yeah, if they were 13 points a model, like I would have literally just like run 30.
Yeah.
Not even a question. But they're 18 for a Banshee, and
Yeah.
that is like, this is a T3 1 wound model for
Right.
18 points. Like that's more points than a Zephyrim.
Yeah, for real.
And Zephyrim are not broken. Zephyrim hit comparably hard to Banshees while being probably faster and having less special rules, and also a 5-up invuln.
Yeah.
And if you think of Banshees as Zephyrim with a little less consistency on how they charge, and they get the ignore Overwatch fight last.
What a strange way to view it, but sure, yeah.
I mean, right? They're both T3 models with a 3-up armor, 5-up invuln, and then a power sword.
Yeah, they have similarities. They have a variety of differences. The comparison makes sense. It also doesn't. It's just interesting. Because it's not... My head doesn't go, let's compare a Banshee to a Zephyrim. But yours did, which is interesting. I follow it. I don't even disagree. It's just strange.
Head goes to interesting places. I'm really looking forward to playing some clowns with the codex in hand. Went out and grabbed a couple more of the $30 weavers since their price went up. Oh, why do prices go up? Why, chat? GW hates us, I know.
W is the great provider. They know all.
But they hate us.
They hate us. They hate us because they ain't us. You know what that's from?
I believe it's from The Dictator.
No! Wow, I knew a movie reference that John didn't. It's from...
It's the one about
no, I can't remember.
Kim Jong-un.
It is the one about Kim Jong-un. It's not The Dictator, though.
Okay.
I think that's called something else.
Yeah, I know you're right. The Dictator is a different one.
What is it called?
The movie, I don't know. We're both thinking of the same movie, though.
We are.
Yeah.
What is it called? It's gonna bother me so much.
It has is it Seth? Is that
It's
Seth Rogen?
Yeah, it's Seth Rogen.
And James Franco?
Yes. The Interview. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The Interview.
Did that pop up in the autofill or
No.
Okay.
I can't even see that far.
That's actually believable, yeah.
It's just true.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm shockingly.
I did it.
Yep, we both understood a movie reference.
I did it before though, and came up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is shocking because I never do that.
Indeed.
But you know what? You gotta keep them on their toes.
Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday when I watched the entire Lord of the Rings thing and said it was decent.
Indeed.
Enjoyable even.
It was great.
Just too long.
Yep.
Too long.
Chat was jumping in there to let us know the name, The Interview.
Oh.
But Nick did get it before we saw that. Xanset asks, what events coming up are we going to? So I think the next one for both Nick and myself is going to be Adepticon.
Adepticon.
At the end of March. So we got almost a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake's going crazy on it.
Blake is going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have to paint the Ultramarines too.
Yeah. You've signed up for quite a bit of painting.
I've been signed up for quite a bit of painting.
This is like you're making it your own. This is a creation of your own doing.
Blake was just so excited about it, like Adepticon, I couldn't tell him no.
Like I'm sure.
I mean, when Blake's like hyped, you just gotta ride the hype train, let him do his magic.
Dude, Blake was hyped yesterday. I just hung up the phone. That's not true.
Yeah, that sounds really mean.
There was more to it than that.
Poor Blake. Deserves a better coach.
He loves me.
I know. It's an abusive relationship. Kelly, I believe that movie was banned in several places because people were afraid of poking the crazy. I think there were threats of nuclear war over that movie. But we are still here, and now at this point, if there's nuclear war, it's not going to be because of James Franco, which is, I guess, nice for his conscience.
But you never know.
It's true. You can never be too sure.
I am struggle busting with this, John. I really am.
You're doing great, Nick.
I might be phoning in a friend soon. If this doesn't
Who's
go.
the friend?
You.
Oh no. Nick, you can totally build that. Come on.
I think I got it.
All right.
I'm hoping I got it.
I believe in you.
I got it.
Marvelous.
It didn't go together at first. It was very frustrating. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. The Goliath is a difficult kit to build, honestly.
Yeah, like this is absurd for.
Yeah. There's a reason when I had
110 points.
Yeah. Like when I had two of them, and I had two nuance sprue, and I was like, I'm going to build these eventually, but I was not rushing into it. It's like this is a free time kind of project, and I just haven't had like nothing to do in a day. That's what I need to build 2 Goliaths in one day. That was the one that North Korea hacked Sony over. Good times.
Right. Number 20.
Doing great, Nick.
Which one's this? There it is. I clipped it. I'm a genius.
Are you sure it's the right piece?
No.
Oh, God.
So I got this, John? You trust me to get this?
No, I do not.
Well, we're getting this.
Oh, God.
We're getting after it. Okay. How does this go? I think it's like this. We'll find out together.
Oh, no. My poor Goliath. Oh, God.
I liked it better when you just suggested that I clipped out all the sprues. I was like, that I can handle.
No, but I don't have time to build it.
You make the time.
Also, you would have clipped out the wrong numbers, and I wouldn't have known.
I would have clipped out everything.
That would have been the worst possible outcome.
I literally would have sat here clipping into a pile.
That would have been the darkest timeline.
That's how I used to build models.
You're a serial killer. But also, back in the day, like, there was no...
Yeah, there was no E20.
They didn't even label them, so, like, it didn't matter.
That's why I'm not in the habit of reading the labels, because, like, I grew up since I was 10 playing this game, never reading
Nick, I've been playing for 14. I learned how to read pretty fast.
I know how to read. I just choose not to.
Say it again so the chat believes you.
I do know how to read. I read an entire Eldar codex to you yesterday. At 5 o'clock in the morning.
If you don't believe in chat, you know what? First of all, I don't blame you. Second of all, if you want proof, you can go check out that video. Nick did set an alarm at the early crack of dawn to go read
dawn.
the early crack.
Yesterday.
The early yesterday. He set an alarm. I was like up at like 2 a.m. and then Nick was up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
But I was up 2 a.m. I was still awake and painting Eldar, and Nick just woke up early. But he did a very thorough, very good review of the Craftworld Eldar Codex. Heard a lot of good things about it.
Thank you.
If you want to check that out, I would highly recommend it.
Matt, do you know people who watched it?
What's that?
Do you know people who watched it? They actually give you feedback and shit?
Yeah, people said it was good.
That's good. Because I thought I did a terrible job. Not a terrible job. I did fine. But like I was like half asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning,
that's...
like
I think maybe people were just excited about the other book.
Yeah.
They said the other book was great. They didn't...
Good.
Matto jumping in with
the
the
point.
$5 super chat! Any hope for my Yanari Drukari models? I admit I did not expect 22-point Incubi or to be nerfed again. Yeah, 22-point Incubi is a weird thing, because, like, the thing that Incubi get for that, this is weird, is that they get +1 to hit if their unit's below its starting strength. Mm-hmm. But Incubi don't have guns, so you're not shooting.
Don't they always get always strikes first, too?
They do get always strikes first, and they get, but their weapon skill too, so +1 to hit's like not really a big deal.
No, that part's fine.
But like you're trading power from pain for +1 for always fight first, and that to me is like kind of weird.
Maybe it's an intentional design choice because they just don't want you. Do you want me to?
No, I'm just looking at it. Glue is totally fine.
Maybe they just don't want you taking Incubi in your list or like spamming them out, so they just made them cost more by design. It's like how they made cultists 6 points a model. Like it's not worth 6 points a model, but they don't want Chaos Space Marines made out of cultists.
Yeah, it sounded to me like they were like, Drakari's been good for a while. Let's make sure we don't accidentally break Drakari again. That's what the +4 points for to exchange power from pain for always fights first.
What about Scourges though? I guess they pre-cheat +1 to hit.
Don't they also get +4 points?
They get +2.
+2. +2 is like tolerable. It's not like great. I don't think it's needed.
The Scourges is certainly not needed.
Yeah. I don't know. It's only 10 points. It is weird. It seems kind of fluffy. Matto, is there hope? Yes, there is hope. That I know how to read felt just a little too desperate. Oof.
You know, I'll read to you a lullaby of victory.
Return to the King.
No. I'll read an essay to you.
He's going to read the book.
These people, they bring it out of me.
That's super John Chave says, how are you a guard player if you need the instructions to build models? Definitely don't need it for guard models because there are 2 kits in the guard book. There is the infantry kit, and then there is the Luminous kit, and then, I'll give it 3. Then there's the Chimera kit. Other than that, it's all upgrade sprues. 3 kits.
No, heavy weapon teams, they're different.
Infantry kit.
That's in the infantry kit?
It comes with the infantry kit.
Oh. Okay. Scions?
Like barely guard, but kind of.
Scions. Rough Riders. They still exist?
Nope.
Oh,
Can't take them.
man.
Legends.
That was a unit.
That was a unit for a while. That's why they're legends.
Do you know back in the day, chat, back in my day, they had guardsmen riding ponies, and they were terrible, and then they were good, and then they were auto-includes, and then they were terrible, and then they were legends.
Yeah, it's about the sequence. Sounds about right. All right. Did all of that. Thank God. Man, that black was killing me. Just painting that.
Is that Forge World pony army that's been sitting in the closet forever is still legal?
Yeah, you can take the Death Corps of Creed Death Rider still.
Okay. Why don't you play with them?
Because they got nerfed right after I bought them.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, they went up like 6 points a model right after I bought them. I was like, oh my God.
Oh.
But also, I got them at a really good price, so I'm not that mad.
Yeah.
They're just cool.
Yeah.
So, like, one day. The theory behind Ynnari points increase is Scourges and Incubi don't benefit from traits outside Ynnari. I get that, but then it's weird because Ynnari don't have a pure faction bonus, which is mind-boggling. And
I don't even know what's going on with that Ynnari stuff.
I think Ynnari's really bad.
Yeah.
And Mark is going to try to win with it.
Oh,
Mark he's going to pull something out and he's going to be convinced and be like, no, Mark, you won because you took 9 like indirect batteries with your Ynnari.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
I'm just making a prediction here.
Mark likes his broken, like, as in, like, projects.
Yeah, but like the problem is that he likes his fixer-uppers. My problem with Ynnari is that they took away a lot of the rules. You know how they used to have like a full supplement?
Yeah.
They now have one relic, one stratagem. They used to have like a full page of each and warlord traits, and it's just gone. And I'm like, this is no longer.
We're gonna give some love to Ynnari, not just make it sadness.
I think that they realize that they don't want to spend the time on Ynnari, and we don't want them to because I hate Ynnari.
We want them to what?
Oh, did Nick just notice that the drill laser like is literally more than 20 pieces?
I'll be back.
Oh, Nick.
I need a minute.
Can you actually, when you come back, could you bring me just like a cup of ice water?
Yeah.
That'd be wonderful, thank you. Alright, chat, we lost him. Making the Incarn 12 wounds feels bad too. No, he's still like totally durable. Incarn with 12 wounds and half damage, like that ain't a nerf, people. That is not a nerf. Doodle-doo. Grandpa Nick tells us about the chaplain dreadnoughts in the old days. Fred Fortman in the chat. What's up, Fred? You know, when you were wearing the Elvis costume, I really didn't recognize you. And like, Fred Fortman did post in a group chat that he was going to dress up as Elvis. And I was like, oh, this is great. And I kind of forgot. It's LVO, you know, I'm like in the zone. And Fred like walks up to me and he's like, yo, let's get a picture. And he's wearing the full Elvis wig, the full costume, and the glasses and a mask. He's being very responsible. And I cannot see an inch of Fred Fortman underneath this thing. I'm like, sure, random Vegas Elvis, let's get a picture together. And then I found out, like, by checking pairings after I saw him at a table, that it was Fred. Because I was like, man, the voice was familiar. Like, how do I know this guy? And I saw, like, the Vegas Elvis playing the game of Warhammer. And I literally scrolled down to the table number. And I'm like, some guy I don't know and Fred Fortman. I'm like, holy crap, it's Fred Fortman. There he was. That's my fun little Las Vegas story. The only fun I had that weekend. Sniff, sniff. I'm just kidding. Vegas is a great time. All right. We're not giving up, folks. We are going to keep going. Going strong. Doing a little bit of black on these warp spitters. Warp spiders. Spidery doos. Oh, so many little details. Elvis gets free drinks in Vegas. As he should, Fred Fortman. As he should. I bet you had a great weekend. I should like dress up for tournaments. Get like a Space Marine costume. Get like a Scion costume or something. Space Marine armor would be a little too big, and I don't think I could pull off the Sisters of Battle look. Here we go. We're getting there, people. We are really gonna get there. I'm gonna paint this Eldar army before Nick builds the Goliaths. I genuinely believe that, because I don't think he's getting them both done today. All right, Warp Spider. Let's see what's going on. Which chapter? Sixpenny Bandit. I'm guessing this is asking about the Eldar. I'm painting them as Beal Tan but they will probably be played as either Bealtan or custom. It's like a far-off Craftworld of Bealtan or something. Speaking of Vegas, do you stand by your army list choice? Helpless Heroes, I think that my army list was the best it could have been for Custodes. I really believe that for the meta at the time. I think it was a very good list. Although Shadow Keepers is really good. I think now I would rather have Shadow Keepers, but at the time I think Emperor's Chosen was better. With that said, I probably should have stuck with my Force of the Hive Mind list, honestly, which would have been the exact same list that Tyler Bortel brought. He and I worked together on some things, and we could have ended up with the exact same army list. Tyler did very well. He did 5-1, lost in round 6 to miss out on the Shadow round. I think I should have gone with the Forces, just out of comfort, because unfortunately I didn't have a ton of experience with Custodes, so when a couple things went against me, I wasn't perfect in my how to get out of this kind of gameplay, and I think that cost me pretty bad in my one loss. Unfortunate, but you know what? Even in defeat, you try to learn some lessons to use at events going forward, and I will keep that in mind as I proceed with my Warhammer career. Oh, I was asking about my Space Marine costume. Oh, Sixpenny Bandit. If I were to do it, so it's tempting. I think I would do like one of like the original 9. I think it would be White Scars. So even though I paint my Marines, I don't paint them as White Scars. I paint them as like the white and blue Eagle Warriors. I think it would be straight up just a White Scars costume. Because White Scars are the best, as everyone knows. Everyone knows that. Goes an Inquisitor for Ordo Hereticus. That's true. Get the nice Pilgrim hat. They are really good. I do like the Inquisitor costume. We always wanted to get Richard in an Inquisitor costume. He always thinks that he's the Inquisitor of the house. He's keeping an eye on all of us. Listening through the walls right now. I know you're listening, Richard. I know you're listening. But no, Space Marine costume, 100% White Scars would be the choice. Oh, White Scars are just so cool. Like, who are we kidding here? Who are we kidding? You knew that was going to be the answer, didn't you, chat? You knew. Alright, just doing some of these little like fin vein things on the warp spiders, and they're getting pretty close to done. Just need to do a white dry brush and then a wash on the silver, and then green on the tassels, and then the warp spiders are done. We are really making progress today, folks. We are getting it done. I'm gonna finish this army. It's definitely a lot to do, though. Goodness gracious, there's a lot to do. I'm gonna have to paint the power blades on the Exarch too, but that's just gonna be one batch of all the power blades in the army, so that doesn't really count. All right. Yeah, painting like little barrels which have like the cool orange glow, which does look pretty dope, honestly. Did like a red and yellow mix. Dun-dun-dun. Why has Nick abandoned me, chat? Why has Nick abandoned me? Oh, I hear him getting ice. That's a good sign. That might mean that he's bringing me a water, which I really need right now. I'm a thirsty boy. Would have to do Magos Richard. You know, that you would think so. Magos Richard. I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing like a Callimorph costume. I think that'd be really cool because the Callimorph's the best part of Gene's Third Call, as we all know. Even Nick knows that. Nick's just jealous of the Callimorph. When do we get to see the Scars back on the table? Snivar, you know, it has been a while. It's weird though, because like Scars haven't had any changes. They just keep getting like it's a really good army that keeps getting like very slightly worse. And like I still think they're good. I'm not as excited about them because they haven't had anything new. There's been like no new tech to put in. It's just like, can I win with White Scars when it's slightly harder than before? And then like 3 months later, it gets slightly harder. And this just keeps getting slightly harder without anything fun being added. So right now, I'm just really focusing more on like learning new armies. Because I think I could pick up White Scars and still play them almost as well as I did back like a year ago. But it's just been a while.
We did it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I much appreciate that.
Brown Magic delivers.
Can you please look at that and then change it?
Wow.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's not great. Sorry.
Yep. Alrighty. Alrighty. I don't know. I think problem is a Kelomorph costume would be like really hard to pull off. Like I've seen people do like a General Grievous costume where they get like the third and fourth arm like hanging on a wire and it's like fully scratch built. So maybe like a fully scratch built arm that's like the culty arm that like is like the blue carapace and like is holding a pistol. That'd be pretty cool. Would Eldar, Custodes, Gene Circle, Crusher, T-Suns be allowed / work well for a team tourney? It would definitely be allowed. Thank you for bringing me a water. Really appreciate that. I've been talking a lot.
You've been talking a lot?
Yeah, you know how it is.
What's a heavy seismic cannon? Oh, it's this circular thing. How do you want me to do this part?
Don't build that.
That's a lot of the page.
So sorry, just these these things. Build them, all three of them. Don't glue them on.
Oh, that's way more work.
Sorry. Looks like Jack is making a nice run at Cherokee. Has Jack already won his round? That would be very awesome if so. I really genuinely hope so. Jack paired into Custodes. He was playing against Ryan Snyder, who's been playing Custodes for quite a while. He's got a lot of experience with the army. But I think Jack is feeling confident with his Tau. So he's making a good run.
I forgot Jack was playing Tom, so he's still playing Custodes.
He only plays Custodes at one event. I mean, he plays everything at one event. Like, who are we kidding here, right?
Well,
here's the question. You know what? Jack is never going to go back and watch this. Do you want to make a bet how many events Jack plays Eldar at this ITC season?
Yes.
What are you thinking? Because, like, Jack has been really talking around the house about how he wants to be the Eldar player for Art of War.
Yeah. So... It's definitely not going to last that long.
No.
Jack, I think we're not going to an event until Adepticon. I don't think Jack is either.
Jack's going to Adepticon?
Yeah, I know, until Adepticon.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like a month from now. So Jack has to stay an Eldar player for an entire month.
I genuinely think he will.
I think there's going to come a point leading up to Adepticon where he's going to have a long, hard look in the mirror and decide if Eldar is broken or if Tau is more broken, and then he's going to pick whichever one of those. And so I'm between 0 and 1 for Jack playing Eldar, but I feel like I'm going to give him 1 because I have to, but like I kind of think it's 0.
I think it's at least 1.
I know you do.
I think it's at least 1. So do we make the bet on whether or not it gets to 2?
I think that's much more reasonable. Right?
Because like 0, we can't bet on 0. 0 is too low.
I don't think it's getting a 2.
You don't think it's 2?
I don't think.
I'm gonna bet Jack takes, and with no encouragement from me, I will not be like, I don't know. Are you sure you don't want to play Eldar? I promise, on my scout's honor, I will not try to force Jack to play Eldar. But I'm gonna guess it's at least 2.
Let me redefine this though a little bit.
Before he does an event with another army.
2 before doing an event with another army?
That is no way. Who am I kidding? Yeah. He's gonna be back on Shadowkeepers by Adepticon.
No, I'm.
Does Jack play the same army 2 events in a row at any point this year?
I could see it.
At least once, mostly on accident.
Yeah.
It'll be like back-to-back weekends, and he won't change.
Yeah. Like, I think Jack will play Eldar at various points through the season. Like, I don't think he's never gonna go back to it. That's part of Jack's ability to just, next month he's a Blood Angel player again. So...
Best army in the game.
Best army in the game. He couldn't possibly play anything else that
well. Jokes from the team tournaments. We got a super chat. Why did Jack run Tower of Custodes? It's because Jack played his Custodes into Richard's Tau and got completely tabled. Like, utterly annihilated. And Jack looked at the table, looked into his own soul, and was like, the pain that I am feeling, I will not process this. Instead, I will inflict this. Jack wanted 9 people to feel the pain that he felt that day.
Yeah.
That's it. That is exactly what happened. Jack was like, nope, this was too bad. Like, I can't deal with this.
He's like, I can't, why play 40k against this when you could play with this?
Yep. Jack was like, I want the dub.
He's like, I'm gonna take it. And then he went to Senpai Siegs, as he calls him, and was like, teach me your ways, master.
Shasho Siegler.
And then Siegs is like, this is the way, my Padawan. And Jack was like, no, this is stupid. I will do it my way. And then, like, he naturally came full circle around straight back to Siegs' thing without realizing it. And Siegs was like, this is the way, my Padawan. Jack was like, you're right, Senpai. And that's what happened.
The one disagreement they have is over Shadow Sun. However, I'm going to be honest, I'm actually on Jack's side of it.
That you like her?
I like her. It's because Siegler doesn't miss. And, like, I really want rerolls to hit on my shooting army.
I played against Shadow Sun once, and she didn't do anything. And
like, in the new book, yeah?
The finals of Shiloh.
Did she keep buffing broadsides?
She was mostly buffing crisis suits with airbursts. Which is the same thing to me.
Same thing Jack's doing, yeah.
Yeah, so...
We got another super chat coming in from Sixpenny Bandit, asking for my brother, because he's not a heretic, what's the best way to run orcs right now? He's planning from scratch. Goff pressure build. Look at Mark Perry's list at the Cherokee Open on BCP this weekend. It's right now. You can go find it right there. I think it's very good. Mark ended up in 10th place, which at a 170-person event, 5-1 10th place, very respectable. He also got some victories over some of the people who made the top 8. So it's a very competitive list. He was able to beat 2 Tau players in a row with it. He was able to beat some Custodies. He ended up dropping his one game to Custodies, so it's not automatic, but still very, very strong. All right, so let me real quick. Yeah. You're just building the arm of the seismic cannon. Yeah. You haven't put this piece down, right?
Right.
So let me just see the instructions real quick.
You do.
No. So I'm just telling you. They're going to tell you to glue this and this together.
Okay. I'm still trying to figure this part out.
I'm sorry.
I'm struggling with this part, actually. Because... it doesn't... I figured it out.
Okay.
Wait, no, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Did I? I might have. No, I totally did. I'm smart.
Excellent.
Yay. That's the song.
Okay.
That's the song of being smart, John.
Yeah, actually, if we're going to do this one as just a Goliath, we can work this. You can glue that together. Go. I only need to magnetize the barrel of that.
Okay. Sounds like
we're good to go. All right, what is up next? I think I'm going to put some speed paint on these bikes. Should I do the white dry brush now? I kind of want to do the white dry brush now. I think... No. Before I do that, I need to do the dark tone wash. It's time for the tanks and all these white guns to get the dark tone wash.
The dark tone wash.
The dark tone wash. Do. Gotta shake it up first.
Okay.
Interesting. So I'm gonna look at my phone. I want to see if Jack has already won his game, because I believe in Jack.
Yeah. I hope Jack wins the tournament.
I really do. But we do have 2 friends of the Art of War in there. Not just Jack Harpster, also Quentin Johnson, who he's gonna be on our stream pretty soon in like 5 days.
Yeah, that's super exciting.
Yeah,
in Streamhouse RTT.
Streamhouse RTT.
Woo!
Talk to me about the Streamhouse RTT.
That's where we actually have a YouTube video of it right now on our channel. It has all the information. But long story short, we're getting some of the best players in the world together in this Streamhouse, and we're going to stream an entire RTT between them. We're all going to play different factions, and it's going to be a single elimination bracket style tournament. We know our pairings for round 1. We know the seeds. It's all up there, and we're just going to duke it out. I'm playing Gene Circle. That's why I'm building a truck.
All right, so looks like so far Jack and Quentin are both in the middle of their games. They have not submitted any scores yet. No indication there, but we'll see what happens, and we'll give some updates. Yo, another super chat, Fred Foreman in the house. Fred Foreman, thank you so much. We really do appreciate your support. Really, really do.
Freddy Forts.
Does a Quillen Shield have an above average chant into Tau? Ignore AP1 and free heroics, which go, of course, to a 6-inch heroic with a strat. And 6-inch bodyguard, or is it no better than other hosts? I think Quillen Shield is like the 3rd. Like, if I were to like power rank them, I think it's the 3rd. So, as good as the Ignore AP1 is, and it's not bad at all, I get a little bit worried because Tau have ways to boost their AP. Right. And the other way I look at it is that if I want to ignore AP1, I'll take Shield Guard.
Right.
Because Shield Guard with a 1-up save, just ignore AP1, and by the time you put AP2, 3 in, they're better against AP2, where Quillen Shield has no buff at all. Because Quillen Shield treats AP1 as APD0, but it doesn't treat AP2 as AP1. It's like half of like what like Valor's Heart does. So So for me, Equivalent Shield is like a solid third choice. It's not bad, and I would absolutely be like willing to like play like a couple games that are a tournament just to see how I liked it. But on paper, I feel like number 1 is Shadow Keepers, number 2 Emperor's Chosen, number 3 is Equivalent Shield. I really like Shadow Keepers into Tau because that -1 strength strat is awesome. It makes SMS wound your infantry on 5s, and it makes Airburst wound your bikes on 6s. And when Airburst wound your bikes on 6s, that's not enough.
I need to complain about this, John.
This sprue?
Yeah.
Okay, it's on.
The Clearance Incinerator makes me clip out piece number 5, piece number 4, and piece number 42. Why does that happen?
I really don't have a good answer on that one. It's pretty unfortunate.
Isn't it? I have to find piece 42 over here. What the hell is that thing?
Snivar put in America asterisk, and I'm not sure what that means. I'm sure that's a reference to something I said that probably only applies in the US instead of worldwide. Snivar, let me know what your correction, because you might be right. Fred Fortman, Streamhouse RTT $5 bracket challenge like March Madness. Is the Streamhouse RTT bracket on challenge yet?
It's not yet.
Is it gonna? Because we gotta make that happen
We
soon.
can make that happen.
All right, can we make that happen today? You think?
We can make that happen today.
All right, we're gonna try to make that happen today because absolutely, Fred Fortman, we do want to get this. We want this to be fun, interactive. We want people to be hyped, and want people to be following along and rooting for the Sisters Battle. We're totally gonna win this. Sixpenny Bandit asks, "Dope. When is this?" Game 1 is on Wednesday. So let me tell you the schedule. Sixpenny Bandit. Although actually, I wonder if I can go on OBS and pull it up.
Oh, you totally can.
I totally can. Hold on. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Where is 42, John?
42. So it's like a 4-piece nozzle thing.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
It's a 4-piece nozzle thing. Let me see.
Like, how do you just know 42 is a 4-piece? What is wrong with you?
What? Here you go.
Like, how do you know that?
You haven't already clipped it out, have you?
I hope not.
Here it is. It's right there. Wow. Yep, 42.
You're a ninja.
It helps. It pays to be a ninja.
It pays to be a ninja.
All right, I'm gonna add an image to this. All right, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this schedule up for you. And I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna just pull it up in like 60 seconds.
That's it. That's the spirit.
Yep. Well, I think it's more fun, and also
I think it's got some visual aids to this.
Exactly. All right.
I'll also add that during the week, as of right now, we're doing 20% off Warm Podcast combo memberships in celebration of the Streamhouse RTT. Because that's also where we'll be streaming the semifinals and the finals of this thing. So not only do you get access to all this awesome content that we do normally, you also get more bonus streams. Everyone likes bonus streams.
I do love me some bonus streams.
Who doesn't love bonus streams?
Everyone loves bonus streams. That's actually the secret. The secret is that everyone loves the bonus streams. All right, this picture loaded way too big. I need to downsize this. Oh God, why? We're getting there, folks. Hold on. Bear with me.
Big Bear 3D with you.
Big Bear 3D with me.
Man, you can't make that stuff up.
Really can't. All right. What are you, Nick?
I'm struggling.
Struggling?
Oh, it's supposed to be like that. Wait, no, it's not. That doesn't make any sense. It does look like it's supposed to be like that, though. No,
Streamhouse RTT's schedule is up.
Is it supposed to have this gap in it?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's like a twin clearance and fun, right? So it's like 1-2.
Okay. All right. Sure.
All right, so when is this Streamhouse RTT? That is this week. It starts on Wednesday. You can see that games 1 through 4, which is the first game of each quarter of the bracket, they are all on YouTube. And then the winners of those 4 games are going to play each other. But that is not on YouTube. That is actually in the War Room. But, the War Room could be on YouTube if you wanted it to be.
That's true. You can just sign up for the War Room on YouTube now by joining that membership tier. You get access to the podcast, YouTube, all the War Room streams, and you can watch it right here.
All the good stuff, right?
You already have the app.
All the good stuff. Yep, you can watch it on YouTube. If that's more convenient for you. It's awesome.
Awesome.
So, Nick, do you want to fill out your bracket?
I'm going to fill out my bracket.
So, look at these matchups.
All right, so the first matchup is going to be the Mark Perry versus the Jack Harpster game. That's the first one that's going to happen on Wednesday. So Mark's playing the orcs, and I actually like Mark's orc list a lot. 9 Killicans, all these Mega Knobs, smashing into Custodes. I think that's a legit plan. But Jack, he is a Custodes champion last week, so I think that's pretty. You got to be respectful of that. At the end of the day, Meltabikes versus Killicans. It's a battle. It's a battle. The Meltabikes probably win. But the Mark also just lost to a Custodes player at the what'd you call
Cherokee
it?
Open?
Cherokee Open. But I do. Mark's never gonna watch this, so I don't want to let that influence me. So I think I'm gonna give this one to Jack.
Yeah.
Jack over Mark on that one.
Unfortunately, I think I might even like sneakily root for the orcs because I love them.
I'm just up front rooting for the Orcs. I want Mark to win this. I really do. But
I'm with it though. I think we're in agreement. I think Shadow Keepers move on to round 2.
right.
All right. Next game is on Thursday.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me versus Bradley C. Brad Chester. He's playing that new Eldari life, and I'm playing my Gene Stealer called 2 new codexes, although no one's quite as new as Eldar.
This is a hard one to pick because we don't know what Brad's list
We
is.
don't know what Brad's list. He doesn't know what his list is. It's not
That's
like he's
true.
hiding it. He hasn't even built it yet. So I think that goes in my favor. I've played games with my army. I have reps. Now I know that the unknown is hard, but it's unknown for both of us.
It is. I agree. I think you're going to be a lot more comfortable with your army because you've gotten you're starting to get those reps in the Gene Stealer cult, and I'm willing to bet Brad has not had a ton of Gene Stealer cult practice because they're a very obscure army that hasn't been dominating the meta.
Right.
So I could see, I think that there is an advantage for Nick in that. But from a power perspective, I'm wondering what kind of list Brad's going to build because a pure power Eldar list might be able to kill you in time. We don't really know what that list is going to look like.
So you got to pick one, John. I'm picking myself, obviously. It's my bracket.
I'm going to pick Craftworld Eldar because I'm painting the army, so they're going to win.
Okay, well, John's wrong and I'm right. Move on.
All right.
We had a super chat?
No, but we do have quite a few chats in here. The John Quinton matchup is a brutal pairing. 2 clear favorites matching up early. I agree. Honestly, it's unfortunate that Quinton's not going to be able to make it farther because he deserves to be in the top 4. But it's sometimes you get bad breaks.
That's what you're calling it.
Yeah. Is Chester using new Eldar? Absolutely, Fred Fortman. He is using the brand new Eldar codex that he's still not even reading because he's at a tournament, but he's going to give us a list tomorrow. And we're going to see what happens.
He's supposed to give his list yesterday, but one can hope. One can hope he gets it today. That
Yeah.
would be the dream.
Yeah, he was supposed to get it yesterday, and then he's supposed to get it today, and that's why I'm saying tomorrow. That's my prediction.
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
List, we'll post
Thursday, when Chester gives us his list at about 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time.
He does fly here on Wednesday, so we can always just hold him down.
We're going to need to.
We need Mark for that, though.
How's John feeling about his chances with the Sisters? Not a top 5 army. I don't even know if Sisters are a top 8 army. But you know what, Snivar? I got this. Sisters are underrated and underappreciated. And I think that I'm going to be able to make some magic happen. Just a little bit of faith.
I think Drukhari is overrated and overappreciated. And
They're so good.
See what I'm saying?
They're so broken.
So I'm pretty sure John is going to win with his less powerful army. In air quotes here.
Snivar is saying, how funny would it be if John shows up with White Scars instead of Sisters? Snivar, I really thought about it, but end of the day, I think White Scars might be better, but I was more excited about Sisters, and I really wanted this to be about playing something I was passionate about, because competitive-wise, I'm mostly waiting on the Tyranny Codex, and I'll probably dabble in Harlequins. Because I knew neither of those were options for me for this RTT, I was like, I want to play something I'm excited about, I'm hyped about, let me see what I can make work.
Yeah.
I think it's always good, when in doubt, play something you're passionate about, because I think you'll play better and write a more interesting list that way.
And that's why we're killing everybody with Gene Stealer Cult. Mm-hmm. All right, so John and I are agreeing that you're going to win this one?
I'm betting on myself. I'm not betting against the Sisters of Battle. I've got too much faith to make such a mistake.
Exactly. So, despite how broken Drukhari is, if you ask John, he's betting for himself. So,
Absolutely.
Moving on, we got the final match of the bracket. This one's the nail biter. Blake Law with Tyranids, Crusher Stampede versus Richard Ziegler's Tau. What do you think's going to win, John?
Betting on the Tau. Can we give Blake an extra 1,000 points?
I
would.
Blake would annihilate Siegs.
With an extra 1,000 points? I agree. So hoping I can get you on that one. That's okay. Dun dun dun. And you're not passionate about White Scars. What is this? Yeah, it's just that I've already I feel like I've already explored everything to explore with White Scars. The problem is, because they haven't gotten anything new. It's just take the old list. It's slightly more expensive and not as good now.
White Scars are awesome. We got the company champion that kills everybody. You're not. Well,
I love that guy.
That guy's the best.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's in my White Scar lists.
Yeah, he better be.
Yeah,
but you don't play White Scars.
Not often.
I should play Yellow White Scars.
Matto says, I already handled Richard Stout with Sisters. I can totally take this. Well, I will put a little asterisk on that. Both of our lists have gotten a lot better since that game, I think.
Not as good as my Gene Stealer cult.
Ah, see, that's actually the super chat we just got from Clown Mode. Thank you so much for that support. Is pure GSC better than Sisters? Nick?
I think Sisters have a really good matchup into GSC, which is, it sucks. But I think into the field, GSC is probably better.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think into the field, Gene Stealer cult is better. I think you have a much better chance in Custodes.
You can always come up with ways to win with GSC. Like, there's so many ways to find an opportunity to sneak a victory. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, Sisters, they also have a lot of opportunities to sneak victories, but GSC
no one has as many as GSC. Yeah. GSC is unique in some aspects. And Eldar are unique in some aspect. Warriors. What?
Aspect Warriors?
Aspect Warriors.
Warriors of Aspect.
Made a joke. Feel like Nick should tuck John in over Warhawk tonight. Snivar, I would love to get Nick to read Warhawk.
What is Warhawk?
It's a book about the Great Khan.
The Great Khan?
Yeah.
Ah, like
it's a really good book.
Like Genghis?
No.
Genghis?
No.
Genghis.
It was Genghis.
It was Genghis.
Yep.
See.
No, Jagai Khan, the best Khan.
I don't know anything about these Khans, but I know about the art of war.
That's
a different time.
True.
A different era, even.
Mm-hmm.
A different epoch.
Not actually sure about that.
Well, you don't know. Were you there?
No, I'm wondering like what the
definition
of an epoch is. Like, what's the time frame? Like, how long is an epoch? So I think they're pretty long.
They're pretty long.
But, it seems pretty nebulous. A distinct period in the history of something or someone. So there's no definition on it. I would say it probably is a different epoch.
Ah, we've succeeded with our jargon.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
Yep. Nick word vomiting and finding out if it's right.
I do that a lot.
It's true. It's actually how you interpret rules.
What are you talking about? What is that a reference to?
Like so many things. Yeah, so the Harlequins haven't really changed. You can't reroll hits against them. Yeah, they haven't really changed.
That wasn't my hottest take.
Wasn't the best thing I heard you say.
What is this? There's just a bunch of drills go on top of each other like diner plates?
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's easy to build. Come on.
Is it?
Yes.
I hope so. Is there any specific order that I have to...
Epochs are the shortest geologic time frames, says Fred Fortman. Yeah, I thought that like they had like an attached this is how long an epoch is, but a very brief Google did not show me that, so I was like, okay. What are your piping hot Eldar hot takes? Thank you so much, Clown Mo, for the super chat. Piping hot Eldar hot takes. The best thing out of this book is going to be a mix of Craftworld and Harlequins. Piping hot take. I don't know what the ratio is. I don't know what Harlequin thing you want. I don't know what Craftworld thing you want. But that is the piping hot take.
I think the Farseers are good. Like a lot of them.
I think
more than just like one.
Yeah,
to buff your stuff.
I think they're very good.
The Farseer nuke, I think, is underappreciated.
I agree. 100%. I think
Eldritch Storm is a great ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Eldritch Storm seems like a really good strat. Seems a little abusable. I'm hoping people are able to find some counters with that because that seems dumb.
Gene Circle's a counter to it.
That's probably true.
That's just do.
Yeah, that's probably true. You got to take a Magus for that 5 final pain against mortals.
That's sauce.
They'll never see it coming.
Never see it coming.
Do 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 do.
Do they alternate or like what is this?
What's up?
How do I do these plates?
So they each have a number: 69, 72, 68, 71, 70. Do them in that order.
Yeah.
You have to read.
No, I already clipped 3 of them. And then I realized what I'd done, and here I am.
All right, which 3 did you clip?
70, 71, 72. So there's 3.
Okay, so clip out 69 and 68 and put them in the order.
But I don't know which one's which.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to have 5 of them in a row, like right here in the order.
Yeah.
Take the 2 that are labeled and clip them out and put them in the right spot. Okay. And then see which one fits in between them, and that's the right one.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
I see. John's using problem-solving skills.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yo,
69.
shout out from Matto to the barefooted Mr. Perry for making top 15 with his orcs in a sea of town custodies. No one reps his faction better. You know, I'm sad that Mark didn't make top 8, but I am really proud of him for kicking butt with the orcs. And he took down multiple Tau and Custodes players on his way to 5-1, which like literally like the top 10 is all Crusher Stampede, Custodes, or Tau, and there's one Mark Perry in there. Yeah. And you know what? That means a lot. Because like I know Mark still thinks orcs are good. I personally have a low opinion of orcs as a faction, but Mark makes them work better than anyone else. And I'm really proud of how well he did this weekend, even if he didn't quite get where I wanted him to.
That's true.
Over under 1 month until Drukhari with Harlequin's friends blow right past Craftworld in the power rankings. Drukhari and Harlequins would be an extremely potent combination. I am in full agreement there.
Alright, we're just going to start glowing.
Quentin is up 34-17, bottom of 3 in a comfortable position. Heck yeah, Quentin. You know what? Really happy for Quentin, hoping that he continues to do really well at this event.
I hope it's Jack and Quentin in the final.
That is possible. They will not play in the...
This doesn't make any sense at all. Does it matter how I glue them? Can I just glue them because they're circles?
You do have to glue them as tightly as possible because otherwise they won't fit in.
Like, they don't seem to match.
Then that might not be the right one. Wait, did you put the glue on before you figured out which one went?
Yeah.
What is... Nick, legitimately, what is wrong with you?
I just want this to be over.
That's not an excuse to do a bad job.
I'm not doing a bad job. I'm consulting with you.
Let me put this brush down. Oh, my heart. Let me see. Which one?
This is 69 in my hand.
All right, which one's 68?
This one.
Okay. All right, so... Let me see. This... Okay, so the one that has this is going to slide into the drill dozer bill. So this is the top one.
Okay.
So this, I'm going to scrape the glue off.
Okay.
Because this is the part that doesn't get glued to anything. Your brown magic luck has saved you yet again by gluing the wrong end in the thing that you needed to do dry.
You're welcome.
Can you trim off all the flash and stuff?
That's easy.
Oof, your nails are insanely sharp.
Yeah, I need to clip them.
What the...
Look,
you just like stabbed me.
I didn't stab you.
You just stabbed me.
So which one goes where? We still haven't figured that out.
Cowboy miniature building. I know, but like, figure it out dry. Like, slot them in to see what.
I don't know what I'm slotting. Where.
Okay.
What I'm looking for.
So here, this is the top one.
Yeah.
So this is the top. So something's gonna fit in here. So look, whatever goes in needs to fit in that. So let's look here. This fits like that.
Oh.
So this is the next one. Okay. Now this is the next one, 68. We already know that we've established this. So let's just see if this one fits. It does not. No, it does. It does right like that. Okay, so this is 3 in a row.
Okay.
Next up, look at the bottom of it. It's one little indent. So let's find one that has one indent. That's the bottom one because it has the recess. So this one has the one indent.
I get it.
So it goes like this. And then that.
An engineer.
Okay. That's the proper order.
I see. Thank you.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Thanks.
Yep, that's the top one.
I'm just very eager to go to the beach.
I don't think you're going to.
Oh, I'm going to the beach.
Fred Foreman, what are the opinions on the event/venue itself? It was Fred Foreman at the event. That'd be awesome. Too close to LVO for most local players, but folks were curious about it. Do drones count towards blast? Yes, they do. And yes, you can charge drones to and from. Drones are models. Drones are absolute models. Oh. Yes, we can do that. Let me...
Oh.
I left the... Yeah. I left the Stream Authority logo up, which is fine because I'm excited about it. But it's going away. Sad. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right.
This is quite the... little puzzle.
I mean, it did tell you the order.
Yeah.
The instruction sheet. It's a puzzle.
It's a puzzle.
Alright, slapping that black wash down. Everything is getting magnets. Heck yeah. Love me some magnets, Nick, don't you?
I do.
Everyone loves magnets.
Everybody loves magnets. I hate doing magnets, so I'm glad that you're excited about that.
Well, it's just it's all about saving times, options, and being efficient. You know what I love, Nick? It's efficiency.
Yeah, that's great.
After Foreman's watching on War Games Live. A few people I've talked to say it's nice. We'll see. I'm excited to hear from the Art of War group when they get back. I'm sure that Mark, Jack, and you know what? Even Quentin at the Streamers RTT will have lots to say on our channel in the next week about the event. Hopefully one of them is able to get a W. I would love to get some of them onto, perhaps, the Art of War podcast. We'll see what happens.
Ayo dubs.
Need some W's.
Okay, so we'll do it in order this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
So, 70. I don't even need to do it in order. I can just figure it out the order. The puzzle's really easy.
Okay. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I'm Nick. You literally know what you're setting up.
I'm doing it.
Okay. Oh God. Oh God. People, what have I done to deserve this? What have I done, Nick?
You do a lot of things.
That's true. I really do. Looks like Quentin just cleaned up his game, looking 84-32 for Quentin. That is a W right there. And Quentin was the 7 seed going up against the number 2. Oh, yeah, that is a final right there. That is 84-32. Mr. Quentin Johnson making the top 4. You know, Quentin made top 4 at both SoCal and the New Orleans Open. He is pretty consistent at these FLG events.
Quentin's coming out of nowhere.
Quentin's gonna put together a real good year. Really proud of him. Still gonna destroy his Drukhari like round 1 with my sisters, but you know, it's whatever.
You know who I'm proud of?
What's that?
Mr. Zeke. Still not leaving the lair. Tow's broken.
I haven't actually seen him today. I haven't seen him today.
I saw him today for one moment.
Oh,
brief moment.
I'm sure. I mean, of course, it's brief. It's Richard.
All right, you ready for this, Tom? Record time.
Record time?
Record time.
Let's do it. Solving the puzzle.
Which one's the top?
So the top has like the groove recesses.
No, yeah. Just to see which one was the top and which was the bottom. It does not matter, so that's good.
Nick, you did these wrong. The grooves need to be going the same way because it slots into the drill dozer. So see that and that. Yep.
Oh, that's an easy fix, though.
It is. But like, wanted to point it out now before it dries.
Yeah, thanks.
Literally, like, I was thinking, like, how can Nick mess this up? And my mind was just going through the permutations. I'm like, oh, he's going to do it backwards. Okay.
I did.
Yep, 50-50.
A broken clock is right once a day.
Twice.
Sometimes.
Good for Quentin, though. Good for Quentin. You know, if Quentin, like, wins it, we should just have him bring his tower. I mean, we just get double the Tau. Please don't do that. I'll get wrecked. I'm making a plate for
Do you want them to all go the same direction or opposite directions? Or do you care?
The drills?
Yeah.
They're specifically supposed to go opposite directions. They alternate.
They are.
Yeah, because they're turning and it like tears through things.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought that was a cool thought, but I didn't think it mattered.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, it's totally okay for them to go opposite directions.
Is it okay if they go the same direction?
Also okay. That part does not bother me. Yeah. Good. Just make sure that the grooves on the top and bottom are lined up the same way, so it'll slide in really easily.
The grooves line.
Marvelous.
That was a good call, though. I would have not done that.
Mm-hmm.
John knows the calls.
I do. The call of the cult. I'm the cult master.
Wow.
Senior Patriarch.
I'm the senior. Well, I need a better nickname than Senior Patriarch. That one's old and lame. I need a brown magic nickname for the Patriarch that I am becoming.
Well, you can come up with... You can't really come up with your own nickname, but... Nicknames are earned in battle.
It's going to be earned in
That's
battle.
how...
Whoop this stream RTT.
That's how...
So who do you think is going to make the finals?
We haven't picked a winner game 4 yet.
We did.
Blake versus Richard.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Who do you think is... I mean, Blake's unbroken.
So Blake, I think he's going to lose, but he will remain unbroken.
All right. We'll do a whole episode about it.
Well, we'll get him on unbroken after that. Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. Blake, what could you do better?
So, all right. So we're both in camp Richard?
Camp Seeks.
Okay. Probably not a... I mean, it's 1 versus 8, so that's not a...
So in my bracket, I have me versus you.
Yep.
I'm taking that one. That's easy. Sisters suck.
See,
awesome.
We disagree on what that matchup is, but our answer is the same, and that is that John kills another T3 army.
No.
That's true. That's what's happening.
Do you think if in your incorrect bracket where I don't make it after I'm making the final?
I think Brad or you, I'm going to take down.
You're gonna bring it the whole way.
Yeah.
You got no respect.
No, I'm going to lose in the finals.
Oh wow! You don't even. It's not even like you're picking yourself to win the whole thing. You're just.
No, I'm just making a call on the game,
yeah.
And I think that I have a favorable matchup into both you and Brad.
Okay, we're gonna kill this man.
Yep.
So then, what do we got? We got Jack versus Seeks. That's a game.
It's a game.
That's a game.
You want my pick? What's your
do.
pick? What's your pick, actually? Because I already know mine. I've got it in my head.
Seeks is a robot.
Okay. I'm betting on Jack.
You betting on Jack?
Betting on Jack.
Oh, wow.
Picking Jack.
What a saucy
I think
pick.
it's going to be a real close game, though. I think it's
Of course
real
it's gonna be
close.
real close. Seeks will win by 2 by going second.
Siegler will go second. But, betting on Jack.
Saucy pick,
Saucy
John.
pick. Then it's Shadow Keepers versus Sisters in the finals.
Who told you could be so saucy? Born this way. You were born this way?
Born saucy.
Wow. Really taking Lady Gaga to heart.
Yeah, it's a good song. Siegler versus Chester finals according to Fred Fortman. If Brad brings the indirect spam, then he wins. That is true. If Brad brings the indirect spam, then he's going to beat me too.
There's a one-way ticket to victory here for Bradley. I hope he doesn't do it.
Yeah, well, I'm not helping him write his list.
Me either.
We also don't... I'm not painting any indirect batteries right now. This is Brad's problem. Brad's going to show up with an army list. I'm like, yeah, sorry, we don't have that. Go ahead and find a better 450 points than that. And he's like, there isn't in the game. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, well. Mm-hmm. Too bad. Richard/John seems like a slam dunk finals to Matt O. Heck yeah! Whoop, whoop, whoop.
No way!
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
No way.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think Richard's favored into Jack, but I'm crossing my fingers for Jack. I'm rooting for him. I'm Homer picking Jack because I convinced him to run Shadow Keepers because it's better specifically into Richard's Tau, and I'm hoping that he slam dunks it. But you know what would be the most Siegler thing ever?
What?
If he submits a triple Storm Surge list without telling us that he's building them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then just annihilates everyone.
He's on your side of the bracket.
He's not.
He's on their side of the bracket.
Yeah, we're on the same side, Nick. So I do think it'll be. I mean, my head tells me Siegler sneaks it by Jack. My heart says Jack makes saves and magic happens.
You know what?
But
you told me not to do it, and I did it again.
Nick, stop.
What? How do you want me to fix this otherwise?
Hand it to me. It's
the top one there, or the bottom one. One of them needs to be reoriented.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be trimming off all the flare on this.
Oh, yeah, I can more. These rock grinders are gonna be the end of me. Oh, we're going to the beach soon. I'm gonna build this one, and then we're gonna go to the beach.
Well, that's not moving. Jeez.
This one's good.
Can you please go back in and remove the
I'll
flag?
do the flash.
Okay.
We'll do the flash. That's not that much. That's pretty easy. We should get some music in here.
Music? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, get some liveliness up in this.
Not a bad idea, Nick. How did we do that back in the day? We had
we had my TV. Just
we literally had it
blasting
on in the background.
Yeah,
that was just the best way to do this. Yep. So Fred Foreman says Siegler versus Chester finals. Yeah. If I see Chester's list, I may revise my pick of me over Brad. I think I can beat a janky all over the place Eldar list, and I think that's where Brad's gonna start. But I agree.
Brad likes MSU stuff.
Exactly. I think I can beat an MSU Eldar. But if it's just efficient, indirect, full rerolls, I think he'll get me.
Yeah, I'm very afraid of the early math builds that we'll see. But
yeah.
They'll phase out soon enough.
How are my chances with Sisters into Siegler's Tau? So I think I have a not zero chance. I've built a little bit of Tekken to try to combat it, but I think it's an uphill matchup. I'd say Siegler's probably going to take it. But if I get a good mission and I don't lose the go first roll as I always do, always, then maybe there's a shot.
Accept your fate, John.
I do. I know what's gonna happen. I know who's going first, and it ain't Richard. It's gonna be me deploying conservatively to knock it off a struck, and I'm gonna go first and be
just deploy on the line.
That's what I'm gonna have to do, and then I'm gonna go second. What would I like to deploy on the line and go second, or deploy like a coward and go first? These are my choices. There's 4 choices, and there are only 2 of them are real.
Or you have faith.
I do have faith.
You don't have faith.
Faith in the Emperor.
I'm not hearing faith come from you.
I have faith in Richard.
So you want me to glue these or no? Into the...
Yeah, those get glued in. 100%. 100% of the time, Mr. Nick. Doodly doodly doo doo doo.
I see what you were saying. Why it's important. Oh, that's slotted right in.
Yep.
I need to quickly flash a little bit.
But it's important to like line it all up.
Yeah. No, this is. Have you done this before? Or no.
Yeah.
Oh, you have.
Yeah.
I thought you hadn't built a rock grinder.
I have. I have one that's magnetized.
Burrito.
Just this occasion.
Cappuccino. Johnito. See what I did there?
I did not.
You said a lot of words that weren't real that rhymed with your name.
Yeah, that happens frequently. I just kind of. It also didn't rhyme with my name. It's like, wait a minute. Nick's just a word salad.
A word salad.
Yep. You're like an IKEA Scrapple game.
IKEA. I don't even know what that means.
You're just a bunch of letters, made up words, just like jumbled in no particular order.
From IKEA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because IKEA doesn't come with instructions.
I didn't know that. So how do people build their furniture?
I don't know. I've never bought things from IKEA.
I don't either. That's crazy. I would mess that up so badly. I can't build stuff with instructions.
Yeah, I would love to see it. It really, I wouldn't actually. It'd be like horrifying to watch, but
we could put that on YouTube. We'd make a lot of money. Jeez. Nick talk.
Nick talk. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Just putting a wash down, washing the engines because they're silver, washing the guns because they're white. Then I'll do a little dry brush over it. It'll look wonderful.
There you go. All right. And then this guy goes in the middle there. This thing looks painful. No wonder it has a lot of strength 8 AP to it.
Yeah, like getting hit by this like looks like it would kill an intercessor, right?
Dude, this would kill like a unit of whatever it wants.
It does.
But not things with fly. I feel like this shouldn't hit things with fly.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I'm glad it does.
IKEA comes with Nick-proof instructions, according to Snivar. All right, Snivar, I'm going to trust you on this because I've never actually been to IKEA.
IKEA is a Swedish company.
That's true.
They have meatballs.
Probably true.
It is true.
Never been.
It's a famous thing. People travel across the land, the seas.
Have you ever traveled across the land?
No.
How do you know that happens?
I've been told.
By who?
The nomads.
Okay. Word salad. Scandinavian quality right there. Heck yes, never.
All right. So
I wonder, I'm going to check BCP again, see if Jack has earned a victory yet. I want to see it.
59, 56, 112, 113, 114. It's 5 of the same piece. Why they're labeled that way, we'll never know.
Nobody knows.
They're tiny. Tiny little suhas.
Doodads?
Doodads. Crawdads. Crawdiddly dods.
All right, Jack Harpster's game is not in yet. We have no answers.
He needs to provide this.
I'm gonna text Quentin. Quentin's on stream. I'm gonna see if I can get him to answer. I can because on the waiting screen I can see Quentin sitting. If I called him, would he answer?
Yeah, he would answer. He's Quentin. Look at Army Painter sponsoring this tournament. Look at them go. They're sponsoring this video, sponsoring that video. They're getting themselves out there.
I'm gonna call Quentin on stream and see if he answers. If I can see him answer on this, it'll be fun. Dun dun dun. Will Quentin answer?
Oh, we're gonna use that trick we just learned, John.
What's the trick?
Where I dab the glue over here.
Oh yeah, it's a good trick.
It's a good trick.
He's not answering.
Quentin.
He's not answering. Quentin, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
He's talking to Anthony Vanilla.
That's not important.
He's drinking a water bottle.
Quentin, that's not
Quentin.
alcohol.
Oh my goodness.
He needs to uphold the mantle.
He's hurting me.
He's hurting me. Tell him to take a selfie.
Quentin. Disappointing.
Get a picture of Jack.
That's what I want. I want him to go take a picture of Jack playing. Oh well. Hopefully he will see that he missed a call with me and understand the importance.
How full does that hall look right now?
Very empty, but there's only 8 people playing now, so.
Oh, there's no games with other people?
There's like a stream. There's like the Sunday RTTs. But like I think most people aren't playing anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the end of a round, so I'm sure there's a lot of games that have already finished.
Right. True.
We'll see. Good though. Happy Quentin's moving on to the top 8. So far, the top 8 or the top 4, I should say, is 1 Tau, 1 Custodes, and there's 2 Tau armies still in play. Oh my God, he's calling me back.
Quentin.
Hello, Quentin. Talk to me about Jack.
I heard
Talk to me about Jack, Quentin. I see. Well, we'll see what happens. It was fun. I watched you answer. It was fun because you're on the War Games live stream right now, so I just watched you answer the phone.
This isn't creepy at all.
Hey, he watches me on stream all the time. I see. Well, take like a picture of Jack's table and text it to me, and hopefully he does well. All right. That's not a bad sign. All right, we'll see what happens. All right. Apparently the game is it's close. It's in contention.
Wow.
No real strong indication of one player like dominating or winning or something, but it's coming down to the end. So I'm guessing we're gonna have an answer soon. Because the next round is in like 45 minutes, which means that this round's probably ending in like 30 minutes. We'll see. Rooting for my boy Jack Harpster. Here's hoping. Here's hoping he pulls it off. He's got this.
He's got this.
Ah.
Where are we? There it is.
Okay. That's the answer I like to hear.
Okay.
Goliath truck?
Goliath truck.
Heck yeah.
Goliath rock grinder. Really.
Goliath rock grinder?
Yeah. How much of a pain in the butt are the wheels?
Oh, they're only 2 parts. I guess they're 3 parts because you have to put the axle, and then the wheel is 2 parts, so it's 3 parts per wheel.
Is it annoying?
No, I find it relatively easy. It's not nearly as convoluted as the drills where you can just put it in literally any order and it's totally fine because it's only 2 pieces.
Great.
I would describe it as hard to mess up normally, but for you, I'm going to wait and see. You got this, Nick.
I believe.
Heck yeah.
You gotta believe in yourself.
Heck yeah.
What are you doing? I just got glue all over my hand.
Did you do a glue pool and then like put your hand in the pool?
Right in it.
Attaboy.
I also lost the piece.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Okay.
All right, I'm trying to get Quentin to take a picture of the table so that we can post it on social media.
That would be awesome.
So the statement from Quentin is not sure on points, but there's way more Tau left. So maybe we'll see. I don't know what the points are at all, as indicated. So we're gonna root for Jack.
Jack's good at scoring points.
Jack's usually good at keeping an eye on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that if he's been like taking the time to take apart the Custodes army, he's been keeping the score close. And if there's now like a late game where he has more stuff than the Custodes, maybe he can like either if he's behind catch up or if he's ahead just cement the lead. We'll see. I believe in Jack. Jack Harpster, the man, myth, the legend.
Like not counting no prisoners.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
And then I healed.
And then you healed. Yep, that's rough. See, there could have been like just 1 point in there. You never know.
You never know.
I would like requested like a third party judge. Like, all right, how many did Nick heal? What if like you forgot a heal? And then like,
yeah, we'll never know.
Oh man, it's tough.
Blake didn't even
like count.
I just counted it, and then that was. And I counted it again to make sure, and then I got 2 different numbers. And that was scary. So then I counted a 3rd time, and I was pretty sure that was good. So we went with that.
Okay.
Melee and Shiloh, everybody. It's a great tournament.
Sounds like a fun time.
It was super fun. Great people. So you say just glue this on? No cares about this?
About which that can be glued on. Because this one we're gonna build it. I'm not gonna magnetize it to be a truck. It's just gonna be a rock grinder. Because I already have 3 trucks. I figure I'm never really gonna want 4 Goliath trucks and no rock grinders.
Right.
That seems like a fair assumption.
Right. These puppies are out.
Also, the Goliath, like the drill is really like the drill itself is really hard to magnetize.
Okay. Man, there's still so much more.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I really thought that we were at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, my friend. Terrible news. We are not.
We're getting there, though.
We were definitely closer to the end of the tunnel than we were. 100% with it.
John, don't say it like that.
You got this.
Matto
says
quickly.
Ryan Snyder has such a wild list and he has stuck with it for a while. I don't know. I didn't actually look at Ryan Snyder's list. I haven't really been looking at lists for Cherokee. I'm just keeping track of how the boys are doing. But what kind of list is Ryan Snyder running? He definitely has some weird ideas with Custodies, but he usually gets good results. So we'll see.
He's one of those diehard.
He is that. I will say that. Like, if you asked me like who was a Custodies player before this happened, I could only name like 2, but he was one of them.
Six.
No.
No.
Nope. That's not.
Jack?
That's nothing. Also, no. Not me either. I have played Custodies, but I would not ever have labeled myself as a Custodies player.
You know, I was going to play Custodies for the team tournament.
I remember we were thinking about that.
Yeah. I wouldn't have hated that.
Oh, I think you would have still done very well. I think we could have won the event.
And probably, I didn't have to show up based on the record we had.
That is true.
I mean, one of us could have just not been there.
Yep.
That was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. And that was the event that Richard lost games at.
He picks the right ones.
Yeah, he really. That's how he rolls dice.
I know. He's really deliberate.
Yeah. He's like, what are you talking about? I just rolled a bunch of ones. I'm like, Richard, it's the morale phase. And he's like, yeah, so I wanted to roll the ones. And then he's like, see, I rolled the one there. And I'm like, Richard, that was the go first roll. And he's like, yeah. And then he rolls 5s. And I'm like, Richard, you're taking invulns. Or reanimating. You can never trust.
Did you see those warriors?
Oh, yeah. They died like 4 times. And they were just kind of like, oops, all 5s. There were like 3 different sequences where you did like, he failed 6 saves and lost 2 warriors and then healed 2. Yeah. And it's like, okay. It's like, this is a little offensive. 2 bike captains, triple Caladius, triple Palace, and then 2 bike units with unit sister battle. That, you are correct, Matto. That is a crazy list. That's interesting. Triple Caladius, triple Palace. Huh. That is an interesting one there. Have I? No, I have not. Oh my god, there's so many tanks. I hate that not a single model is done being painted, but I have like a ton of models that are 80 or 90% there.
I hate that this truck has more steps every time I turn the page.
That's what happens when you turn the page. But it does look like you are very close to being done.
I really hope so.
I think all you have to do is add the canopy over the back and then the wheels, and then glue the drill on it. I think you're good.
And then build another one.
Oh yeah. That I meant for this truck.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking about the process.
Mm-hmm.
The endlessness of the process.
You can't just end the process.
You can't just end the process. Let it be over.
Yeah, you can't have that. Process is never over, Nick.
This doesn't make sense, John.
What's up?
Is that how it's supposed to go?
What? Nick.
Yeah.
Stop. Look at the instructions.
I'm looking at it.
Look at what you did.
This piece goes in that side.
Yeah, and what is that? Hold the piece, compare it to that. Check the orientation. No. Literally look at it.
I'm looking.
Okay, look at the orientation.
I see.
Okay?
I see.
Yep.
Okay, that makes more sense.
If it helps, you could glue this piece into the truck bed first and then glue that over the top.
Oh, wow. No, that fits like a glove.
Could you imagine if like Nick was just building this alone? We make a great team.
Oh, and it goes in the hatches. I get it.
Just glued it on with no checking or like dry fitting.
Well,
do you not dry fit before you glue something?
Well, I remember too. Honestly, that's the answer.
Okay. Can't imagine that's happening too often.
I mean, it's just... I hate building stuff. It's my least favorite part of the hobby.
Yeah, it's all right. I when it gets repetitive, I hate it. But like one like tank that's like unique, I really don't mind. Although comparing building a Goliath truck, just listening to this, comparing a Goliath truck to like a Falcon or Wave Serpent is wild though, because the Falcon is like 3 pieces.
I know, like those tanks I don't mind when they're easy and nice. But like a Rhino, I built so many. I could build a Rhino in my sleep. I think I really could.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many Rhinos I built, John?
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
Nick is like John's excited younger brother. You know what? He really is. It's like when your kid brother is like, hey, can I play? And you give him an unplugged controller. Unfortunately, I gave him an unbuilt Goliath truck instead. John, any historic /modern/sci-fi military vehicles you would like for Guard to get, for example, Jeeps, Humvees, I would literally love to get like a Jeep type vehicle in Guard. It's like what I would picture it as is like an 8-wound T6, like open top transport that holds 5 dudes. Would love that. I think that'd be super cool. Just make it like a smaller thing. Like, you remember like the Elysian like buggies that they had? I would love for it something along that class to pop up in Guard. I think that'd be really cool.
So you had said something about gluing when I got to this step a bunch of times. This step.
Okay, you can glue everything that is described there. Because I decided not to magnetize it to be a truck, just a rock grinder. Okay. So there's the only magnets at that point is just the gun. So if you have the 3 guns separately, we are A-okay. Perfect, thank you, Nick. Mm-hmm. I'll take the rock drill and I'll put this all together.
I can see the end.
The beginning is the end. Is the beginning?
The beginning is the end. The beginning. We're on step 4. 5. We're on step 5.
Oh heck yeah! There's only like
there's 9. But like 3 of them are people.
Oh. Okay. So the game was close, and then it was 92-24 for Jack.
It was close. What? It was in contention the whole time.
What is happening? Paul Jan, I would literally love for the Valkyrie to be useful again. I do not own any Valkyries, and I would actually really like to. I think the Valkyrie is a super cool kit. I like its design space. I just think it's not good enough at its job because there is nothing worth transporting.
That's sad.
I think that the Valkyrie really wants to be an assault vehicle where you can get out and shoot but not charge.
Yeah.
Like that has to happen, right?
It's not that?
It's not.
What is the rule?
So there's a stratagem with Scions to do that, but you have to be 9 inches away from the enemy, and you lose models when you do it.
Don't they have a rule? They just get out after a point and moved over?
Yeah, but then you can't do that 9 inches away, and you lose models. And like, I would really like you to, 1, be within 9 inches and just not shoot. Because you can charge after you get out of the Valkyrie. But it's at best a 9-inch charge with an army that has literally no combat. Do not glue that.
No.
Okay, cool. I just had to say it.
I'm glad you did. I was really unsure if I should or shouldn't.
Nick, can I see?
Yeah.
I just... Okay, so don't put this in because there's a bunch of glue on it.
I see that now. Okay.
Just...
I'll just wait.
Yeah. Oh, God. What would this tank look like if I wasn't... Like, Nick, just like picture.
I mean, it would look rickety, like an orc truck.
It looks fine right now.
Good.
Like, it looks, so far, looks fine.
Fingers don't, they're covered in glue.
Yeah, that happens when you glue things.
Yeah, they shouldn't be.
That's going to happen regardless, though.
That's true.
Let's be clear about how that was happening.
I don't like it.
All right, so I guess we don't yet know who Quinton's playing against. So I think what it's going to look like, I think Jack is going to play against Anthony Birdsong, which is another Tau versus Custodes game. Although seeing Tau put a 92-24 on Custodes makes me a little less confident in my Jack pick. We're switching to Richard.
You've submitted.
I've not submitted a challenge back yet, but we're going to. We're going to. Oh yeah, that is a woof right there.
Look at that. It's got a ladder on the back. I know you like your ladders.
I actually do.
I know. That's why I put it on the back.
Appreciate it.
I didn't even ask. I just did.
Yeah, you knew what the answer was. The answer was ladders.
It was ladders. Man likes his ladders.
I do.
All right, these wheels look easy.
Yeah, the wheels are not difficult, I think.
Okay, well.
I'm just waiting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Valkyrie needs an upgrade sprue, i.e. Cadian shock troops. I would love that. I would also love if they just, like, the Valkyrie really needs, like, weapons stats changes because it's a gunship with, like, horrible guns. And that is just a bad place to be.
182.
We'll see, though. I'm really excited for what they could do with Guard. Just a question of will they do it with Guard.
Oh, I get it. There's 4 wheels. That makes sense. Well, there's 8 halves to make 4 wheels. And then the fronts and the backs are the same. So it just makes sense, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You're right. It does.
It does.
You're right. Full agreement. So many tanks. Nick, can you reach that tank? I just Can't. Thanks.
It's those nimble arms.
Yep. It's nimble arms for Nick Nanavati. Nick Nimble Arm Nanavati.
Ow.
Did you just say ow? As I was calling you nimble?
I really did. I just poked myself with the clippers. Didn't even draw blood, though.
I'm proud of you. Nick not strong enough to draw his own blood.
That's not what it is.
I know. No, we've seen you hurt yourself way too many times.
Exactly.
Proof's in the pudding.
Exactly. Pudding.
It's a flying castigator. No, it's so not. It's so close to being a flying castigator. It's a flying castigator without autocannons, which is just not really a thing. It's also ballistic skill 4, which is also a little depressing. Poor Valkyrie.
Poor Mr. Valks.
Poor Mr. Valks.
I am really excited that these puppies are enjoying nap time.
Me too. That is making life easier.
Yeah.
I would say. I'd say that's what they're doing.
When I was trying to read the Eldar stream and Bella decided it was time to be awake. Holy crap.
It's a problem right there, yeah. She is a tornado of chaos and violence. Bloodshed.
Destruction.
Destruction.
Chomps.
Chomps. You can never really escape the chomps.
The chomps are the best part, though.
I mean, I do love the chomps. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I love the chomps.
Wow. There's 30 minutes till next round. That's the semifinals, or is that the finals?
That'll be the semifinals.
This is 9 rounds.
9 rounds, yeah. So Quentin and Jack each have a game ahead of them. And at least as of right now, I don't know who's playing Quentin. But I know that it appears based on the brackets that Jack will play Anthony Birdsong.
And Anthony's got Custodians.
Anthony's got Custodians. I haven't looked at the specifics of his list, but I know that Jack has played a couple of Custodians players, and he himself is a Custodians player. So I imagine he's comfortable with what to do in the matchup.
The meta is brutal out there.
Yeah, there's several I was already a little bit on the I don't know. I kind of feel like staying home for a couple weeks. And then I was looking at the meta and well, my options are to play Shadow Keepers or lose. So I was we're gonna
There are things that kill Custodians. Why is no one playing them?
Do you have any examples?
Yeah.
Besides Tau.
I think Marines could do it.
Here's a question. Do you think you could beat my Custodians with 3,000 points of Marines?
With 3,000 points, Marines? Hell yeah.
If you lose, you're going in the kennel.
No. Not.
No?
That's never going on the table.
No. 1,000-point advantage in a match. Just to be clear. 1,000 points.
Do I think I can do it? Yeah. Do I think I can do it enough that I'm willing to risk my that on it? No.
Nick, if you are not willing to accept that.
That's where we're at.
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
It's not that sad.
That's saddest thing.
Such a privileged life you live. We're talking about dog kennels.
Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick. Oh, no. I'm sorry, my friend. I did not realize I'd wounded you this deeply.
You haven't. I'm just not.
I really did not realize you were that deep in pocket. I'm sorry. I should. Chat. I'm going to stop making bets with Nick because he is clearly emotionally damaged and traumatized.
I am.
I'm going to get you a therapist before we make any more bets.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Nick. Oh no.
I'm not going in the doghouse.
1,000 points, my man.
Gonna give me 2,000 points. Still wouldn't take it.
Nick. I'm willing to do this. I really am.
What are you gonna put on the line?
What do you want? You want me in the kennel?
That's not fair odds.
No, loser goes in the kennel. You get 3,000 points Marines. I get 2,000 points Custodians.
How would this be? I can't lose this, but I'm not taking this.
No.
I'm not taking this.
Oh my god. Don't Iron Hand, Grab Cannons, and Leviathan Dreads do well to Custodians? Honestly, it could be. Yeah, really could. I think all the Forge World Dreads are actually probably pretty good into Custodians because they don't have any rerolls anyways. But lol.
Lol, he says.
Well, you don't reroll anything against Custodians. Not really losing much here.
These are the easiest tires ever.
Yeah, the tires are great. It's your treat for finishing the kit.
It is. This wasn't bad and painful like I expected it to be. Good job, tires.
Go tires, yay. Is that Richard Siegler here rumbling around?
Probably not.
Richard Siegler? I don't know, it's 11:52. This is when he comes out to make a sandwich.
That's true. We're in sandwich territory.
Yeah. Richard!
No.
Alright. Do you think you could get him?
I'm almost done with the wheels.
when you're done with the wheels, I mean.
What do you need them for?
I want to talk to him about storm chargers.
He's working on the dissertation, and I'm going to get my hand bitten off.
I'm not saying go into the lair.
That's what you're saying. Like, if he's in the kitchen, sure, I can summon him. He's not in the kitchen.
Nick's lost so many bets he needs a coping dog.
I do need a coping dog. What do you think Bella is?
Hey, chat, what is the worst GW plastic kit to build? We need to know so John can make Nick build it without help for a video as the next bet prize. That's a good question, chat. I actually really want to know what people think the worst is, because there are some bad ones.
I am bleeding, actually. A tiny bit.
Mattos gives a $5 super chat.
Thanks, Matt.
Matto says, fear is the mind killer. Nick, take the bet.
I'm just not taking it.
Nick.
There's no fear.
No?
There's no fear.
There's no fear.
There's no fear.
You're not afraid of what will happen?
No, I just don't. I cannot live in a world where it does. I cannot allow it to come into existence. It's
Nick, you don't think 1,000 points?
I think I could win? Yeah, absolutely. Does it matter? No.
1,000 points? Oh, no.
It's not that I think you're so much better than me in 40K. It's really not that, John.
Let's go to your I know. I know.
This is just the bet.
It's just that Nick is conditioned.
There's no conditioning. Put something else on the line. Sure, go ahead. Let's fight.
I cannot imagine worse odds for me.
2,000 points.
2,000 points each?
No.
Would you accept
a 2,000 point lead?
You'd accept 2,000 points, 4,000 points of Space Marines versus 2,000 points of Custodians.
I'm just never putting.
If I get to choose the mission,
the dog kennel on the line. It's just not happening. Like, it doesn't. You can put 10,000 points of Space Marines in my hand.
Snivar, does Nick know what that quote is from? Guaranteed he does not.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't even know there was a quote. What are we quoting?
Matto, I'm fully with you.
What did he say?
He said 3,000 points of Marines should dumpster Custodians. What are we even talking about? It really should.
They will.
But you won't take it.
No, I won't.
Oh, this is too good.
Once I take a bet, divine intervention takes over, and I know, like, science no longer matters. It's out of it. Something else takes over.
Then why did you bet on me at LVO?
I didn't. Look, you yourself put this idea out there, and I was like, you're right. You're right. I'm really lose bets way more than any reasonable amount of times, especially for the kinds of bets I make. So you know what?
I'd like to see John's version of IG against Custodies. Yeah, I need 3,000 points. I think I could beat Nick's Custodies with 3,000 points of IG, though. Not even a question.
I'll take that fight.
Actually, I think I could, like, this isn't really much of a brag, but I think 3,000 points of guard could beat anything. I think I could beat Richard's Tau 3,000 points of guard. 2,000 points, he's got me. Not really going to fight that one. Although, I would give it a good shake. I would definitely try to make it respectable.
That's quite the different statement.
I mean, like, I wouldn't get blown out, I don't think. I think it'd be a close game.
Every game with Siegs is close.
Yeah, I think I could win.
Well, that's a different story.
2,000 points of guard. It's time we get guard back on the table, chat.
Let's do it. It's been like a year.
I'll play against... Do you think you could beat my guard with your Gene Stealer cult? 2,000 each?
Your guard with my Gene Stealer cult?
Yeah.
What is it, some sort of trick question?
Yes.
I don't like that.
Okay. I mean, I'm being honest. Like, is it a trick question? Absolutely. The answer is a trap.
Why? I'm the one laying the traps.
Because I think that guard is actually good in Gene Stealer cult.
Guard is really good in Gene Stealer cult.
I don't think they're good, but I think they're good in Gene Stealer cult.
You don't have to have modern day weapons to kill my toughness 3.
I really don't.
Yeah. No. But I think play the game. Be a game.
It'd definitely be a game. Chat, we need Matto to pick some more, like, spike games. Like, honestly, Matto, you should make us play 3,000 versus 2,000. Like, let's get Nick in on this.
I'm staying
3,000 points of Marines.
Just gluing my hands together, trying to build your truck. You're welcome. Yeah. I should play Salamanders.
3,000 points of Salamanders?
I just like Salamanders.
That's true. You should play the Iguanas again.
The Iguanas! You remember.
I remember. You know I remember. You know how it works.
John remembers.
Usually.
Except when he doesn't.
Yeah. Yes, get guard on the table. Guard versus GSC next stream. We can make guard versus GSC happen.
We can. We really could. We have a guard army. We have a GSC army. We have a guard player. We have a GSC player. We have streams. We have technology. We have it all. We really do.
It's all right. All we need is a subscriber. Perhaps Matto.
You are the missing ingredient. Perhaps. All right. We're almost done. Truck.
Dun, dun, dun.
Tonka truck.
Does whatever a Tonka truck does.
Okay.
Yeah, you doing it?
We got 4 wheels. Oh no.
What's up?
I think we are. My impatience has gotten the better of me.
Have you messed up the wheels?
Yeah.
How?
Well, not badly. Just like I went too fast for the glue to dry.
Oh boy. It's a train wreck, people. Nick looking this shook about Custodes is filling me with doubts. Mato, I don't know.
It's not the Custodes. It's just the...
I think I could beat your Custodes with guard 2K on 2K.
I don't trust anything you say, John.
You wouldn't do 2K on 2K.
You have some sort of secret plan, and I haven't thought about guard in 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, you played guard like less than a year ago.
That was something, wasn't it?
That was something. Sure was a thing.
The Patriarch.
The Patriarch. That was Senor Patriarch.
That was...
That really
That
was.
was a different time. You have to redefend the title. You can't just one and done it.
Okay, I'm willing to, but you have to challenge me for the title.
There's nothing to challenge. You're not playing.
I've played Gene Circle more in stream than you have.
I don't know if that's true.
It's definitely not going to be true for much longer. Like, I'm aware of how the trend is going.
Yeah, it's time to be stretchy noodle.
Oh, yeah. You're the stretchy noodle?
I'm a stretchy noodle.
That's what happens when you hang out with the puppies. The
They
puppies.
turn you into stretchy noodles.
Indeed,
That's what they
that's
do.
how they get you.
They got powerful puppy powers.
They do. Really do. That's why we love the puppy so much.
Almost there.
Washing the tanks.
Doing the wheels.
Doing the wheels. I do like wheels. You got me on that one.
Who doesn't like wheels?
You know, I like wheels. That's how I get around.
Do you want me to leave the wheels not glued?
No, I totally glue the wheels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was unsure if it was easier to paint that way.
No, it's totally fine. Wheels are really easy anyways.
Okay. That answer.
Um,
And then we gotta put this guy in here.
Nick is indeed looking shook about the
I'm not looking at anything.
Custodes.
No.
No?
No.
I mean, come on. Like, what, how favorable do we need here? Like, what's...
It's just the principle.
Alright. Loser goes in the kennel. What do you need the bet to be? What about we play Star Elms and you start with a command ship?
It just can't happen.
No?
It just can't happen, bro.
Can't it though?
No.
I mean, it could happen.
I need like a 200% guarantee here. And anything that has a less than 200% is out of the question.
Okay, so what would 200% be?
200% is
4,000 of Marines versus 2,000 Custodians.
No. 2,000% is like... It's just facts. It's
How about if I can recite every single game I've played since the last time we made this challenge?
No. That's like 5% chance I would not bet.
Okay.
2000. I'm saying like, oh, this rock grinder. This doesn't even make sense. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't make sense.
What are you doing wrong?
I'm trying to glue the rock grinder together.
Let me see.
I think I got it.
Okay. Exciting times,
Maybe I
Nick.
didn't. I'm just gonna wipe the glue off.
Happens sometimes. Sometimes that's what you got to do.
I'm just gonna leave this part unglued
Mhm.
because I think it'll do you a favor as well with painting. And honestly, I don't
But
know.
no, we want to glue it on.
We want to glue it on. You don't just prime this and then prime this separately, and then because it's gonna be hard to paint the inside, the behind this once it's glued.
Which really wasn't going to.
Okay. Even still, it'd be harder to prime in there.
Hmm.
I mean, you do you. Okay, I'm done with this. This one's done.
Glue it together.
Yeah, I will. I mean, it's your model. I literally think I'm doing you a disservice, but sure.
I just know that I'm not going to do anything behind that to make a difference.
I understand what you're saying. I think you're crazy.
Okay. Doom. 3,000 points into Marines into 2,000 points Custodies, and Nick picks the mission. Is that something you're willing to accept?
No.
Matto, the pocket is deep.
It has nothing to do with pockets.
The pocket is deep.
It has nothing to do with pockets. This is not going in.
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know how it's supposed to.
Okay. Are you... What goes there?
I assume this goes... Oh, is there a missing a piece?
Did you look at the instructions?
I've been following instructions step by step by step.
What? No, go to the next page. You haven't even turned the page to the one where this goes on.
Oh, that's fair. I just don't understand. See, it goes on.
So let's go back to where you put together the drill dozer. Okay, that piece right there.
That piece.
Chat. Chat. This is what trauma looks like. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. How are the speed paints working out for you guys? I'm really enjoying the speed paints. I think that they're very good at doing exactly what they say, which is a whatever it's called. It's a one coat that looks pretty good. And I think it's like an above average tabletop quality with just one coat. And it's really smooth, which I really, really like. So I've been enjoying speed paint. I'm probably going to keep using it in the future on a lot of projects. Yeah, really good like base foundation coat. So I'm very happy with the speed paint so far. You used so much glue on that model.
These are challenging pieces. Oh, I messed it up again.
This is not Eldar, is it? The Goliath is not, but I am painting a whole bucket load of Eldar.
That didn't work either. Instructions careful.
Did you put all the little drills in too?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. What to?
These go like that.
I think all of them go.
Oh, they go like that. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Progress.
Nick in directions equals fail. Yeah.
Hey.
No, I mean, come on.
How about Nick built the rock grinder success story?
He's almost there. We were so close. Hi, going. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did it. Rock grinder complete.
Rock grinder. Awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that sweet little rock grinder.
We did it. We built a rock grinder.
Yeah.
Beep beep boop bop beep boop.
Perfect.
Okay, bye friends.
You're not gonna do a second one?
Not right now. We're going to the beach.
Going to the beach.
Going to the beach, ladies and germs.
All right. Well, chat, I think I'm actually going to take a break because the next thing that I need to do is on the airbrush, and I need to do that. So I think we're going to go ahead and call this stream for now. I'm going to go do some airbrushing, eat some lunch, but I'm going to come back. I am going to come back for a hobby stream at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So come tune in, join me, hang out. We'll really appreciate having you there. Do we think Eldar are going to break the game? That seems unlikely, Ryan, but they do seem very good. As we get some practice, we'll see if they're too good. I also thought Custodians weren't going to break the game, and bad news, that happens. So we will find out about Eldar. We're going to keep testing them ourselves. If someone's going to break the game, it might as well be us, right? We'll see what happens. So thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. I'm going to leave you for now, 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is in just under 2 hours. I will be back on stream, but until then, I'm going to send you away with a commercial for the War Room. If you're not in the War Room, if you're just watching our YouTube content, you're missing out on like half of the amazing things we do. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll catch you next time.
There's so many rules in 40K, hundreds of events, and constant updates. Skip the learning curve of Warhammer and join the pros. Art of War is led by multiple world champions with decades of success. We teach clinics, stream games, and inspire you to succeed at your favorite hobby. Join our global community of gamers just like you.